Greetings, one and all, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Knights of Aurea. My name is Laco Von Mana. I am your humble dungeon master, and these are my fantabulous players. Say hi, fantabulous players!
Ow, 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 ow.
The fuck is that? That wasn't even
There's a
high.
dog here?
It's a fucking mangy mud in the VC.
I
bro.
guess so.
It's Yami's new OC.
Well, welcome in, everybody. Good to see everyone new and old. Hello. Mellow Cat, welcome in. Joey, good to see you again. Trouble One, thank you for the follow. I see you in there. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the channel. Be Cryptid as well.
Loco.
Hello. Yes.
Why am I at the last on the list of like Knights of Aurea players in your command? I feel like that's a little bit more.
I went
I'm not gonna
alphabetical
say
order.
how. Oh, okay. You're lucky.
Yeah, I wonder why. your
No,
name
there is
starts
no
with Y then.
preference.
No, okay. I just want to make sure, you know.
I have a reason for it. I have no favoritism towards any of you.
Okay, good.
But yeah, welcome in,
for us,
everybody.
right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're good.
Fuck you.
I love all of my players equally. It sneaks up to Justin. It's you by a lot.
Guess I'm not playing then. Fuck.
Damn, 2 weeks
Oh,
in a row.
my
Fuck.
God, his attention.
Yup.
Well, anyway, speaking of the players, let's go ahead and get into introductions, shall we? Let's go top to bottom in the Discord. Introduce yourselves, everybody, starting with Dan Cho.
Good day, good day. I'm Dancho Horang, boss of the Golden Dagger Casino, playing our good favorite Boyo himself just in time. Human paladin and a knight of justice and adventure.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Next up, we got Mimi.
Fuck.
What? What happened?
I'm Molina Machina. I'm a Cyber Kitty VTuber, and I play Mari. She's a little fairy. She's very, I don't even know what she is right now. She's going through a phase. But I hope you love her as much as I love her. Thank you.
All right. Next up, we got Trix.
My name is Triggsy. I'm also a Cyber Kitty girlfriend VTuber. A little bit of Jonas, also, you know, a little bit of Elf. Shit. Let's get it.
You're a very baby girl.
I know.
Amazing. Next up, we got Yami.
Hi, my name's Yami Umai, and I'm a relatively new content creator, but I hope to one day be as cool as Laco Von Mana. I play Akira, who is a shy, feminine, pretty boy, a kitsune that tries to seduce people, mainly big hunky men. So, yeah,
What type of VTuber are you, man?
I'm a loot.
Yeah, he just posted a new audio on Twitter. You go listen to it.
And I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
just
play
like,
Akira.
alright,
He's a
let's not-
fuck boy. I'm trying to fuck a lot of women. What's good with it?
Yeah, it's just like, let's not go that far. All right, wonderful. And last but not least, we got Hina.
Hello, my name is Serafina, and I am a Celestial Dragon VTuber who does art and cries a lot. And I play Reeful, who is a little drake warden tiefling, and she has a little dragon named Surge. Who the hell's crunching?
My bad, bro.
Loud ass chicken.
Wow.
Damn!
Won't crunch when
The
you're
goddamn
talking.
hell.
Get that chicken 2 hours ago and it's still crunchy.
He's gotta get them calories up, bro.
I feel like every time I'm in call with Yami, I can hear him like eating like a cough drop or something. Like I don't know what it is, but I can hear it like in his mouth.
What you
Yeah,
mean?
because he's loud as hell when he eats. Oh my god.
Sounds like you're eating a cough drop.
I'm not eating a cough drop.
What the hell is it?
It was chicken.
Oh, okay, I'm
That
talking
was
about like
chicken.
at different times. Like we'll just.
His penis.
Why does it sound like that?
When you want to know.
I mean, I'm kind of curious, but it seems too terrifying.
I use my
anyway.
braces.
What is going on?
That's enough of that.
Oh no.
I'm not medicated enough for this.
Oh, I was gonna say a really awful joke, but I'm not going to. Anyways, go off, Laco.
Okay.
Go on.
Go up, kid, yes. Well, now that that's out of the way, I don't really have any announcements for this week right now. I may or may not be having a fun collab this Wednesday. Still trying to make sure that we're still good on plans, but I'll be, if everything goes according to plan, this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I'll be collabing with the wonderful Rosa Kawada. We'll be having a nice little D&D chat. We'll be talking about our D&D experiences and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
Should be fun.
Eesh.
Not 100% confirmed yet because we made this plan like a month ago, and so I'm just trying to double check with her. I'm like, hey, we still good? So things are always subject to change. So, but yeah, besides that, that should be all the announcements. So I'd say without further ado, we can jump into tonight's episode of Knights of Aurea.
Let's get into it, bruv.
Hell yeah. All right. So last we left off, oh boy, what a session last week, everybody. What a session.
Absolutely.
So last we left off, our adventurers over the last few months or so have been traveling, trying to make their way to the capital city of the Fortunata Empire, the City of Favor, because our party members are all currently wanted for various crimes, as well as breaking out of a prison, which is where our adventure began. So naturally, our party, with big bounties on their heads, are trying to get their names cleared. And so... Sorry, my brain just stopped working halfway through that. Blech. Let me start that over. Oh my god. You ever had that moment where like you're in the middle of talking and then your brain just shuts off and then you can't think of anything? That just happened to me. Fun times. Anyways, so our adventurers finally made their way to the City of Favor. They finally arrived to the illustrious city after having numerous adventures upon the mighty seas. And met up in a local tavern by the name of Ditch Cross, which also doubled as an inn. They rented out some rooms there, parted ways temporarily with their tiefling ally Kale, who was off to go deal with some of his own business. And the group got into a bunch of shenanigans. Many feelings were shared amongst each other, frustrations were had, offers were made, and somehow this resulted in Riefel and Mari spending a lovely evening together, privately, and Akira and Justin visiting a local brothel. This brothel adventure specifically took them to a location known as the Oasis, where the two of them, went to go have some fun for the day. However, Justin didn't have as much fun as Akira did, as he was going to go into his private chamber to go meet his lucky lady. The lady happened to be an old compatriot of his, a dwarvish girl by the name of Elle. A tense confrontation was had between the two of them, but Justin decided to let her go, basically, and they would discuss their issues another time when they are not
Murder.
both naked. So, Yeah. Jonas, did you watch the last episode, by the way?
Yeah, I watched everything.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if you like were caught up or in the loop or anything.
Oh no, I'm caught up.
All right, sounds
100%.
good. Yeah,
little
so
freaks.
that all happened, and then, after their adventure in the Oasis, they realized that they didn't really have the money to pay for that. So Justin and Akira decided to offer their services instead as payment. So now they are contractually obligated to come work at the Oasis for the next week or so. We'll see how that goes for them. And yeah, that was the last we really left off. There was also the party ended up reconvening. Reefel had another confrontation. It was a lot of drama going back and forth, feelings being shared with one another. But after all those tense conversations, you guys all went back to the inn, got your rest, and woke up the next morning. Except for one of you. One of you ended up disappearing halfway through the day, unbeknownst to the rest of the party, and went off on their own journey. That individual is Jonas. So, now that their little wrap-up is done, we can kind of cover what you've been up to.
Yeah.
So, Jonas,
Yeah.
I had, as we mentioned in the last session, I had you roll a stealth check to, like, sort of bail away from the party. I rolled a nat 20 for you, so you're welcome. And you were able to sneak away from the group with no problem whatsoever. So you were gone for about a full day or so. So when you kind of messaged me in a little bit of DMs of what you were planning on doing. So what would you like to do in that time away from the group?
Yeah. So, to begin with, the reason why Jonas ended up leaving like a little bit is he got actually a little bit frustrated, a little bit mad. Someone who, if I was there at the time, if somebody would have asked me, I would have given my insights in what I think about certain things happening. But it was good for Jonas to just kind of just go out. He was thinking to himself though, because his house is not that far away from where we currently are, which was the inn, right? The tavern.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. So when he had a conversation with Akira a bit earlier when they arrived in the city, they talked about if I knew anywhere we could possibly stay. So he just kind of went on his way to check out or scout out what's going on in his street, what's going on with his house, his old neighborhood. So went a little bit of a stealth mission over there at night.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we didn't really get to talk about this too much, but you technically have two houses in favor.
Oh.
Let me pull up the map here, because you have a very interesting scenario. So you have two individual places in the Angel Ward, which is where you've kind of spent your life growing up with your family until the thing happened. And currently your childhood home is still owned by you. It is still under your family name, and being the only member of your family, you still own the property. So in the time where you were sort of on your own, you would live there, and you kind of just watched over the place on your own. It was a lonely time in your life. But eventually you did meet somebody, Nevena, another elven girl who, long story short, ended up becoming your wife. Now,
Yes.
Nevena, specifically, her full name is Lady Nevena, Duchess of House Haran. She is a very powerful political member in the Fortunata government. And so naturally, because of her position as one of the royal duchesses, she has a estate in her name given to her by whoever is the Duke or Duchess of House Haran. Every every political house has its own leader, basically, that kind of like decides a lot of the votes, decides a lot of the, it's sort of like, imagine it's like a Congress sort of thing. So she's like in the equivalent of this, like she's like a member of Congress or something like that, you know, she's part of the government. And so yeah, and she was given a piece of property in Faber to stay in. So naturally, she would do all of her business there, and that's where like she lived. And you two, after you both wedded each other, sort of had that decision of like, okay, well, we both have our own properties. How is this living situation going to work out? So how do you think that conversation went with her? What do you think the end result of that little ordeal was?
That's a very good question, to be honest.
It's basically, it's either both of you either live in your childhood home or you lived in her estate. Like you both kind of have to pick one.
Yeah, I think I would say I would live in her estate. I think with Jonas's past trauma, he wouldn't find himself living in the house where all the stuff has happened.
Okay.
So I would definitely say in her house.
All right, fair enough. So I will say you know the location of both of these places. Let's see. Let me go ahead and leave a little marker on the map here. 1 second. There it is. So I'll say, I'm going to leave a couple markers here. So this first one, oh, this is a bad color. Hold on, let me switch it here. Ooh, I messed up. Sorry, give me... Dang it. Why do I keep doing this? I should have planned this better. There we go. So I'm gonna leave 2 little markers on the map here. So there is 2 red numbers here on the map. The red 1 is the place where the House Haran estate is, basically the place that you and your wife reside. And the 2 is going to be your childhood home. So we'll leave these little markers in the map. So anytime you guys like discover any like, you know, important locations, we'll put like little markers. You guys can like write them down in your notes if you'd like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have 2 places that you could possibly go and visit if you'd like. So did you have one in mind?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have loved to visit my childhood house first. Just number 2.
All right, so it takes you a decent amount of walking. You know, you know the streets pretty well, so you don't need to roll anything or anything like that. You get to the place, and you see the relatively small estate that you had grown up in. It's a small, sort of semi-small sandstone building. Kind of wedged between a whole lot of other residential upper-class buildings here along this rather busy street. But it looks like it's been abandoned for quite some time. How long exactly was your prison sentence again? How long were you away for? In Castle de Misra?
3?
3 years?
3 to 5 years, something like that.
Okay. So I'll say, like, you kind of, as you're walking down the streets, you see the building, and as you, like, walk in front of it, you see, like, there's no lights inside or anything like that. All of the curtains have been kind of closed shut. All the windows are shut or anything like that. Looks like no one's been here for a very long time. And you see, like, kind of in, like, the corners of the building, like, little, like, vines have sort of begin to grow up the sides. It looks like it's seen some better days. It looks like it could do with some love.
Does it look like Does the building at all look like it's been abandoned for a very long time, or has there been another resident between the time I wasn't there since my childhood?
I'll say roll an investigation.
Here. 1 second, my thingy closed. Investigation. Okay.
18. Okay.
You know what?
It doesn't look like anybody's been here. It looks like this place hasn't been touched in years, so you don't think that anybody's like moved in since you've been gone or anything like that. Since, you know, I would say since you've been sort of like your residential building has been like in another place. This building has still been owned under your name. It's just no one's staying in it, you know? So like you would go back. No one's moved in. It's still under your name specifically. So as far as you know, you still own the rights to it. No one's like, you know, laundered it off or anything. It's not been auctioned off or anything. So yeah, it seems like it's aside from all the age that has affected the building, it's almost exactly how you left it.
Okay, no, that's good. Yeah, my initial thing was I just wanted to scout. I didn't want to make like a ruckus of just like going inside the building or anything. Just a little bit of investigating, seeing what's going on. So that's like good enough information for me so far.
All right. So you kind of take those little mental notes there. Is there anything else you'd like to do while you're out here? Do you want to go inside the building or?
I don't want to go inside the building just yet. I don't really trust it as of now.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, just want to get some more information before I set into a building that I haven't been in a very long time. So maybe come back here later.
Okay. So you kind of pass by the building and keep on walking. Is there anywhere else you'd like to go while you're out and about the city?
I think I just want to stay around I just kind of want to patrol as like a civilian. I want to get a feel of like what's new, like is anything changed from what I still remember.
Okay. So you kind of wander around the streets of the Angel Ward for quite some time. It is after the almost 3 to 5 years or so that it's been since, you know, you've last been here. It's a little busier than you'd remember, but, you know, it could just be like, you know, a high traffic day or something like that. But naturally, as most things are within Elven society, not much has changed. Time technically, you know, moves slower for elves. So when, you know, when you're in a ward where it's like when the population is about 98% elves in the specifically for the Angel Ward, yeah, there's not a lot of change when you live for basically forever.
Okay. Yeah, these are all like mental and just basically mental notes for Jonas. He just wants to get the feel back of what he once had. So nothing too much for now until whatever we do.
As you're walking, go ahead and roll me an insight check as well.
Okay. Last one.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, you are walking the streets, and I'll say you notice that a lot of people are looking at you as you walk by. But for the life of you, can't like you were like kind of used to this, but it's been so long, you can't really remember why. that they're all like you don't remember why there's so many eyes on you as you're walking down the street here.
Yeah, that's pretty strange. Can I? Let's do. I think Jonas would just leave the area as soon as he could.
All right, fair enough.
That shit creepy
See
as fuck.
Yeah.
I imagine that Get Out.
All right, so
I'm about to get fucking stabbed. What the hell?
you begin making your way outside of the Angel Ward and kind of make your way back over to the area that you were originally around. How long do you think you're gone for?
I would say I was gone for like the walk itself is probably like what, an hour or two?
Yeah, I'd say it probably takes, if you're walking, will probably take you like a half hour or so just to get out into that ward. So like walking back and forth will probably take like an hour, and then just the wandering would probably take like another hour or so. You just, you know, taking in the sights, stuff like that.
Yeah, I would be around until like kind of like the evening. I would say so, like about like what, 3 to 4 hours gone.
Okay, sounds good. So you kind of wander around for like a good couple hours, and you make your way back to Ditch Cross. And as you make your way back, you notice that none of your allies are here. At least on the first floor, where like the tavern section of Ditch Cross is. I'm not really sure where your allies are at the moment. They didn't really leave you a notice, but then again, neither did you. So.
Kind of scratching my head when I come back. I would like to talk to the tavern lady and just generally just kind of looking around the bar and ask her if they had seen my companions, and I kind of give a quick description of people that I was with.
The lady kind of like scratches her head for a moment, like, yeah, I think 3 of them went upstairs to their rooms, I want to say. 2 of them went off to go to something. I didn't really hear exactly what they were doing, but 2 of the taller ones went off and guess they're seeing the sights, and then the other 3 went up to their rooms.
Do you know which rooms?
It's the ones that the ones you rented out.
Oh, okay. I did not know we rented rooms here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's the 3rd and 4th doors on the left.
Well, thank you very much. And I just slowly walk away, kind of confused.
All right.
To Z rooms.
You go up to the 2 rooms, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you go up to the 2 rooms, and all I'm gonna say is that one of the rooms has a Do Not Disturb sign on there. And that is all I'm gonna say. The other one does not.
Can I just like put my ear against the door?
Oh, you're really gonna make me describe that, huh?
No, not the one with the Do Not Disturb. The other one.
Okay, okay.
No.
All right, yeah. You put your ear on the other door. Yeah, not a whole lot. You don't really hear much in there.
Can I give it a light knock?
Yeah, you give a nice knock on the door, you know. And you hear a familiar voice. Who is it?
Mari?
Oh, you guys are done already? Okay. And the door, you hear like some pitter patter of footsteps, and the door opens, and you see Sneaku on the other side.
Sneaku, and I give her like a little pat on the head.
Hello.
Hello, Sneaku. Have you by any chance seen any of the other freaks, I would say?
Yeah, Justin and Akira are going to a brothel. And Mari and Reefel are having private time. They told me not to go in.
Oh.
She just has this like big grin on her face as she says all this.
I just roll my eyes and I just go in the room and I tell Sneaku, I just kind of stretch and I'd be like, it's been quite a long day. If you don't mind, I'll take like a little nap in this building. If you could, wait for the others and just wake me up whenever someone's at the door.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm just hanging out, practicing
I can see.
my dagger skills. She's like got her dagger and she's like kind of just like fencing in the air, like pretending like she's stabbing somebody.
You're learning. I'm very proud of you, Sneaku. Very proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll learn you something tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And then I just
Oh, by the way,
kinda,
no, you were here for that. That's right. You were here when Kale said that there was that thing where that guy was gonna talk to us about work and stuff, right?
That guy?
Kale. It was.
Yeah, but
He
what
said
was he
his,
talking about?
Yeah, he said his boss was gonna like give us some work if we wanted it to help with the bounties.
To help with the bounties.
Yeah, you guys
I
had
was just
bounties,
gonna-
remember?
Yeah, but how is he gonna help?
I thought you were there.
I just kind of mumbled to myself. Oh no, I wasn't. I had to go quickly do something, like a little mental relief from everybody over here, but it's all good.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there was, Kale stopped by earlier today and was like, hey guys, if you guys want, my boss can hook you guys up with some work, but you gotta go meet up with him first so we can meet you. But I think Akira and the rest of them said that we'll deal with that later though, because we have a bunch of other stuff that we gotta get done too.
Okay. I got a question for you, Sneaku. Just be as genuine as you can, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about Kel?
I think Kale's pretty cool.
Think he's cool? You trust him?
Yeah, he knows things.
Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
I appreciate it. You can go, go play with your dagger in the corner somewhere or something.
What the fuck?
Take a
Okay.
nap.
I'll be quiet.
Okay.
I'll try not to wake you.
Okay, good. Thank you very much.
All right, so two of you go on your own. You go and take your nap over on your side of the room, and she continues to practice her sick dagger skills in her corner. And I'll say at this point, we'll go ahead and fast forward over to the next day after the other two boys make their way back from the brothel and all the other conversations are had. And it is the next morning. You guys all wake up. Some of you are a little tired from the previous day. Others are, feeling quite rested. You guys all slowly begin awaking in your beds.
Akira is a fucking kitsune. Akira's already awake. The dude's just like laying back, jerk. he wake.
You just found
he
a
wakes
corner
up.
and just. No one look.
He opens his eyes and hops off the bed, already showered with this gear on. Well, I mean, he doesn't really have gear, with this very loose, flowing clothing on. And he looks over to Justin and wait, hold on, is he sleeping with? Yeah, he's with Justin and Jonas, right?
I believe
like,
so, yeah.
Wait, last week weren't we already like awake and getting ready?
Huh? I mean, last stream
We
we
might
ended
have
off with
been.
us,
We
like,
the
going
last
to
stream
sleep
we
about-
ended at like the morning, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought we were okay.
Akira he goes over to Jonas's bed and he tickles him with his one of his kitsune tails around his nose.
I was gonna say we did.
Merrily.
Wait, what'd you say, man?
I was gonna say we did end when you guys had gone off to work at the brothel last.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, did we?
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I was watching the VOD earlier today so I could refresh myself, and I missed the last 15 minutes of it.
Okay.
Good. Well, I
So
thought
we were
That's
going
what it
with,
was. Okay.
Yeah, I thought we were just refreshing tonight.
Yeah.
That was fine,
Well,
but-
we can rewind a little bit just because Jonas wasn't here, so just in case
Okay,
there's
that's
anything
fine.
that he did that would add to it.
Okay. So then
Yes.
we'll be
Sounds good.
redoing the kale scene
Oh,
because the kale
I
scene is
mean-
in the morning too.
In that case,
Oh, was that when that happened?
Yeah, it happened in the morning.
Oh, I'm getting my timeline mixed up then.
I love how none
My
of
bad.
us stopped him.
I mean, if you said Sneaku spoke about it, then we can just say that.
I could have
he did it
sworn
last
that
Yeah,
time.
I
happened
know about it.
on. I could have sworn that happened 2 sessions ago.
Mm-mm.
No, it was last session.
Ah, okay. Because I do remember that you guys said that. Yeah, remember you guys said that you were going to take care of that at another point. All right, we'll scratch that then. That little section then of Cal stopping by, because yeah, if that didn't happen yet, yeah, she wouldn't have known that.
Okay.
Just one of those
Yeah,
days.
Akira tickles Justin and Jonas 2 tails to either side against the nose. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
What the?
merrily.
I just kind of slap my hand in the air like I'm swapping away a fly.
All right, mate. Listen, it's time to wake up.
So for Justin, the second I would imagine clocks don't exist in this world.
They kind of do.
Like, I'm not talking about sundial stuff. I'm talking about wall clocks and whatnot. Not like
Yeah,
tronic,
there's
of course, but,
there's basic clocks in the
Hmm.
world. It's like
okay.
nothing like super high tech or no one's I think the most advanced I would say is like a stopwatch. It's probably the most advanced
Okay.
you would get when it comes to clockwork technology.
Okay, then I'm gonna say as soon as the clock hits the specific number, I don't know. Let's say, what time is it right now, Locker? You say?
Well, let's see. The majority of you went to bed at 2 in the morning, so I'd say it's probably 10 a.m.
All right. The second it hits whatever Akira does, he doesn't wake up. The second it hits 10 a.m., he's just his front body just kind of springs forward. Extremely alert, all awake. Good morning, my dear friends. Akira, it is time for work. Oh, hello there, Jonas.
Good morning.
Good morning. How was your night, my dear friend?
Speaking of Jonas, what were you doing last night, mate? You didn't get back when we were here.
Yeah, I was just and he kind of just scratches his head, trying to come up with a horrible lie. I was just walking down the street.
Yeah.
Ah,
Akira, Archie, do I need to roll an insight to call that out?
I mean, he did
No, you
say
know
he
it's
was
a
gonna
lie.
tell a
It's like
horrible
a-
lie, so I mean,
Just
yeah, it's like
automatically,
a
okay.
yeah.
it's like he gave himself a nat one.
Akira rolls his eyes and he says, "Mate, you don't need to lie to us. You can just say what you're doing."
And he kinda
True
just-
friendship starts with trust. Isn't that right, Justin?
Absolutely, my dear companions. You see, under trust, we have the greatest of beliefs within our friendship. Jonas, whatever it is that you have gone through tonight, do not worry. You may trust us too, for we have formed a very cohesive bond within the group.
Yeah, what he said.
I don't know. I guess I was kind of upset but it got me thinking about some other stuff. So I went to go to my childhood house, actually.
Oh, wait, where you were born?
Yeah, that's where me, my father, and my mother had lived. But due some unfortunate situations, we had to leave that area. So I just went to go visit it, just to refresh old memories, I suppose.
I see. Well, is there anything secret there that we're not supposed to know about, or?
I've not went inside the house. I don't know. I felt kind of anxious in entering those memories, if you understand what I mean.
I mean, I don't experience fear that often, but I say that we go challenge that fear today, and we explore your house, huh?
But we have work, dear Akira.
I was hoping you'd forget about that. Justin,
Not to worry, I shall always be on time for our lovely work at the brothel.
You guys go work?
Yes, we shall put our blood, sweat, and tears into
And
our
come.
job today. First day on the job, in fact.
What's up at work?
So we went to the brothel last night, and we spent a lot of money there. I had 3 women. He had 2, I believe, right?
Oh, nice sex.
Technically, I suppose you could say it was 2 women.
See, the thing with me, Jonas, is if I don't have more than minimum 2 people in bed with me, I get bored really easily. So I need a minimum 3, right?
Justin wasn't one of them, right?
Who?
I said Justin wasn't one of them, right?
Justin he's a bit too
He puts his hand on Akira's like, I apologize, my dear friend. I do not swing that way, as they say.
Huh?
Perhaps another timeline. Perhaps another life where Helm approves of this relationship.
Your god doesn't approve of homosexuality?
No. I am not homosexual, unfortunately.
I mean, but you said that another relationship where your god would approve of it. Does that mean that he doesn't approve of being gay?
No.
I'm busting your chops, man. It's okay. I'm kidding.
He's like looking through the books right now. It's like,
It's like, I don't remember this passage.
Alright, well, I do swing that way, but only if they are pretty enough. And unfortunately, while you are quite handsome, you're not exactly my ideal type either.
He just kind of like flexes real quick. It's like, haha.
Akira smacks his ass.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Is there a nice jiggle, or is it just like rock hard?
It's rock solid.
Yeah, see, mate, that's not for me. I'm sorry.
Oh, I see. Do not worry, dear Akira. He's gonna smack Akira back in the ass.
It jiggles nicely.
For we are men, and our camaraderie cannot be beat through superficial relationships alone. There are many more that can be offered to us.
It's a bit too early in the morning for this type of conversation. How about we go get breakfast and then go to work?
Early.
Alright. They fucking leave the room.
These doofuses.
Amazing. Okay.
What kind of RP is this?
But a smack at
That's all you, bro. What do you mean? That's all you.
This is
No.
nowhere near as bad as last
Oh,
week, at
okay.
least.
Yeah, last session Akira
Not yet.
literally grabbed his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about
I
that.
walked away from my keyboard after that one. I got up out of my chair. I'm like, hold on, I need a lap or two. Hold on a moment.
The bromance, man.
Oh, man.
Akira heads downstairs for foodie foods.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, you guys go ahead and grab breakfast. Before you head off on any adventures, I do have a little list of stuff that you guys can and or should do. So first up on the list, you guys have already, said that you're not going to be doing this immediately, but, meeting up with Kale's boss, setting up an appointment for that. Then there's working at the Oasis. You guys also made an appointment with the dockmaster to sell one of your boats today.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Because you guys set up the appointment for like the second day you were here, and it is day 2. So, no, day 3 actually. So.
Will I be able to do that and work? Probably not. Oh.
I mean, if you go to sell the boat like in the morning, you could.
Oh, okay. Damn.
If you make it quick, you could do that.
Okay, that's fine then.
And Justin, you have to you at some point also need to go meet up with Elle after your last encounter.
Whatchamacallit? That was gonna be more of like a when Justin finds the when Justin finds like a good mental spot to give her the calling card again.
Fair enough. All right, well, those are the things that I kind of wrote down. I maybe not be missing 1 or 2 things, but those are like the main things that are sort of on your to-do list right now. So, what do you guys want to start with? Obviously, one of these is like, okay, you got to do it today, or 2 of these, I guess.
Okay. I mean, Akira's gonna head to the ship thing.
Yeah. I think I'll accompany the boat selling journey.
All right. Is there anybody not going along with that? All right. I'll just say that everyone goes then. I'll see who joins you guys for that too, just because she doesn't want to be by herself.
I do love sneaky.
So yeah, you guys make your way over towards the docks. And you do you look around the docks looking for the dockmaster that you guys have ran into. His name was, let's see, where is it? There it is. Garzok the Cleaver. You guys end up going to find him. It takes you a little bit of looking around, but eventually you do see him sort of like helping a bunch of sailors sort of unload some cargo. And he sees you guys at the corner of his eye and like sets down like a really big crate that he was carrying. And he like walks over to your group and says, "Alrighty then, you guys here for the appointment?"
Oh yeah, we're looking to sell that very nice looking boat over at the docks, and apparently you're the guy for the job.
That indeed. Go ahead and follow me. We'll go ahead and get this sorted.
Okay. As Akira follows him, he looks over at the others and he mouths. He sounds intimidating. Sounds scary.
Yeah, probably wouldn't want to mess with him.
Probably not.
You kill him.
Huh?
Ah.
Alright. Akira turns around and keeps following.
Jonas just kind of chuckles.
What the fuck? We're actually gonna get executed in the city.
All right. So you guys kind of follow him. You guys walk down some of the docks, and you get to a small building close to the docks there. And you go inside, and there, it's like a small sandstone structure here, about we'll say 3 stories. It's like a skinny sort of building, and you guys, he brings you guys up to the second floor. There's like this nice looking office room that he's got set up, and he goes ahead and takes a seat at his desk. You guys kind of gather in the room. There's like 2 chairs in here, but there's not really enough for all of you, so the majority of you will just have to stand for now.
Stand and look pretty. Akira sits down immediately. He doesn't like standing.
Alrighty. So you go ahead and take a seat, and he says, alrighty then. Well, let's go ahead and cut the business then. So you're looking to sell your vessel. Any particular reason why you're trying to get rid of it?
I mean, we were mainly looking to get to favor, and we've gotten here. So the extra ship we figured would be better off sailing with people that need to be doing a lot of sailing.
Alright, so basically you don't need it no more?
Absolutely.
Fair enough. Is there anything on the vessel that I should be notified of? Any illegal cargo? Anything that could get me in trouble for purchasing a craft?
I like hear this and I whisper in Akira's ear. We never checked for that.
Indeed.
Say
So,
no.
with the ship, I will say that we were quite rushing to get to the end after so many days on sea. So before we do completely, pass it over to you, we're gonna need to go get some items of our own. We're adventurers, so we want to make sure there's no, bloodied weapons or blades or, anything of that sort. So we'll go get those off the ship as soon as we leave here and after we cinch the deal, if you're fine with that.
I mean, that's understandable. It's still your ship at the moment, so once the purchase has been finalized, we'll go ahead and give you some time to unload anything that you might be carrying on the ship that you want to take with you. After all, we're not purchasing the cargo on the ship, we're just purchasing the ship itself.
And she is a fine ship indeed. I'll miss her.
Alright, so you'll be taking anything dangerous with you?
Absolutely.
Alright. Any illegal activity involved with the craft?
As far as we know, from the last person we purchased it from, it's all on top of deck. No weird happenings. As far as what we've done with it, we don't exactly know its history going back years, but we can assure you that we had no issue with it, and as far as I'm aware, it shouldn't be.
I'd like you to roll a deception check, please.
Oh God, here it starts. Deception. There it is.
Okay, a modified 20. You say that, it kind of like leans back in his chair, kind of stares at you for a moment, like he's like staring daggers into your soul.
Akira's eyes are closed and he's smiling.
Alrighty then. So, now that all the legal stuff is out of the way, basically, any particular asking price you're looking for?
Akira leans forward. He staples his fingers beneath his chin, and it's like his entire just personality shifts. He opens his eyes, they're gleaming, and he smiles and he says, well, you see, this ship, she is quite beautiful, strong, and nice wood. Real quick, do I know normal prices for ships in this world?
That's a good question. I feel like, I know you guys know what your current ship is worth. I don't think any of you have ever...
Do we? I
don't think we do. Your ship. Yeah, I told you guys when you got your ship. Your ship is classified as a sailing ship. Your sailing ship is worth roughly around 10,000 gold.
Ah!
Yeah,
You
ships
said
are
2,000?
10,000.
10K.
Oh.
Yeah,
is
ships
the
are
ship you're
expensive.
trying to sell the same size?
No, the ship you're trying to sell is a little smaller, but it is the advantage that it has. It is loaded with some weapons on there.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So
Okay.
I would say I will let one person from the group roll a check to see if they can possibly appraise it to see how much its actual, like, its selling price would be.
What's this?
I will let
stat needed
one
to-
person roll this. Does anybody want to give it a try?
What skill would it be?
I would say... I'll say it could be a couple things. I'll let people make an argument if they'd like. You know, like if somebody has
Okay.
something in mind.
Does it have to be someone apart from Akira because he's doing the?
It could be
thing,
any of you
or-
guys. This is just to see if
Okay.
anyone in the crew has the knowledge of how much this ship is actually worth.
Okay, well, I would just say now my highest shit for things that are not related to persuasion is like +5. So if any of you got anything higher than +5, I'd say you should probably go for it. But
I don't
High side is
think I
4.
don't think I do.
what about you, Mari and Justin? Oh, I don't know why I asked.
Justin is -2, Ray.
Mimi, are you there?
Mimi posted in the chat that she's not feeling well, so she's like laying down real quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we can. I guess she's taking a nap as a fairy. Okay. I mean, I can just try to roll it.
All right. I'll say unless you
Yeah.
have any arguments for any other things, I'll say go ahead and roll me a history check.
Yeah, thank God I didn't go.
Okay, I'm gonna combat that, Laco Von Mana, and say
Mhm.
I'd rather roll a insight check.
Okay.
Why?
Do
I
you have
feel like
any-
by no, I'm playing out roll a history.
Okay.
I'm re-rolling that.
Okay. Using
God.
a luck point for that one.
Okay, you know what? I'll take it. Whatever.
Okay.
Use
13.
vicious mockery.
I'll say you guesstimate that with the additions that have been added onto the ship, I think it can probably be worth 5,500 gold.
Damn!
5,500, so 5,000. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of moolah.
That it is.
Akira's eyes twinkle a little bit as he says, "You know, I'd say that the ship would be worth about 6,000."
Hmm. 6,000, yeah.
It's a little bit smaller than our current one, which is worth almost double that price. But I'd say that for what we have working with the ship at the moment, it'll be about 6,000 indeed.
I see. There's a little problem with that. You see, if I were to be, selling the ship on my own, I would do the same thing. I would sell it for 6k. Problem is if I buy the ship for 6 and I sell it for 6, I don't exactly profit now, do I? So how about this? I'll meet you somewhere in the middle. I'll say... Let's say if I want to make a decent profit out of this, I say I can probably sell it to you for 3,500.
Akira blinks, and then he sort of like traces his finger on the desk as he speaks, and he says, "Completely understand making a profit. I grew up with merchant parents, and they taught me their trade quite well. I'd say you'd be making, if you attempted to sell that vessel, minimum 5,700, because honestly it's worth a little bit more than 6k, but I'm trying to play low ball here. So I'd say you put it up to 5,000 even, and we can call it quits, and you can enjoy a nice profit off that."
Roll a persuasion check.
I know nothing about bartering, bro.
I mean, your character's pretty good at it.
19, okay. I'm gonna have him roll something real quick.
I use vicious mockery.
What?
He gets a headache.
Bro.
Ain't no way.
Are you actually using it?
Actually, hold on. Laco, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is cutting words like, is that considered like a battle start, or is that just a natural thing I can do? Like, depending on the insult I say.
Cutting words is just sort of an ability that you have. It's not really like a magical ability per se. It's just something that you just do with your general charisma.
Okay.
You need to be very careful with what you say, because it does have to be something that, like, you know, it's meant to be something demoralizing to make the person, you know, like falter a little bit in whatever task they're trying to do. So if
Okay.
you're in the middle of bartering, you kind of have to say it. You're gonna have to say it in a way that's not too insulting, because if you insult them too much, then he's gonna be like, well, why are you being a dick about this? No deal.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to you
Okay.
don't want to piss them off too much. It really just depends on what you say.
Okay, so as he starts to ponder it, I speak up again using cutting words, and I say, "This deal is truly something I don't think that you would want to miss out on, and I can tell that you are a lot smarter than somebody that would avoid making at least 2K profit, mate."
All right, I'd say go ahead and roll that d6 for me. And what was the price that you mentioned? You said 5,000?
I said, yeah, even 5,000.
Okay, go ahead and roll that d6 for me. Okay, so that's -4 from his roll.
Can Jonas bump in?
It depends on what you got to say.
Yeah, I just kinda move to the left of Akira, and I put this big smile on, and I don't say it really out loud, but I say it as loud as the guy across wouldn't really hear, but Akira would hear, type of deal. Kind of mumbling, and he says, "Oh, but don't forget that a famous captain once owned this beautiful vessel."
I don't think I don't think we want to dig into the owner of the vessel just yet, because if he looks shit up, it's
I just like come close to Akira and I say, and I whisper, "You do know that the flag on the boat still has the pirate's leak on it."
Akira like whispers back very quietly. We leave here as soon as we're done and strip it.
I love that you guys are having this conversation in front of the guy.
We're whispering. Hold on.
I'm gonna have
No.
hold on. I'm gonna have him roll a perception check to see if he can.
No,
hear you
I
guys.
said I come close and I whisper.
I know, but you're in the same room. He's like 3 feet away from you.
Yeah, I mean they're bartering, you know. We're comrades.
Cutting words again.
What the?
Just knock him out.
Grab his money and
Come
run.
and take his money.
No, I can recover from this. It's okay. Even
Okay,
if you
he
heard
didn't.
anything, I
He
just-
didn't roll high enough. He doesn't hear you. You're good.
Yeah, no. I
Thank
mean,
God. Yeah.
Even
Let's
if we
not
did.
whisper no.
No way.
He just kind of leans back in his chair as you guys are like whispering back to each other, like, "Take your time."
I know, I'm ready. I'm sorry. He's my advisor, so we try to, stay on the up and ups with each other.
I just give like a big smile.
So 5,000, you say? I'll say. Up and down to 4,500. We got a deal.
This dude is playing hard fucking ball. Okay.
He's good at his job.
Okay. He said 4,500.
Yeah.
Akira smiles, all teeth, claps his hands together, and says, "We can both be happy. 47.50, and we just call it quits here. Not even bump in, we can get a drink together tonight, right?"
He like squints and thinks to himself, "You know what? Fuck it. That sounds good to me. 47.50.
Alrighty.
reaches out a
Akira
hand
shakes
for
his
you.
hand.
All right. He gives you a very, very firm grip as he shakes your hand.
Oh God. Akira like shakes his hand after, like subtly to the side.
Alrighty, so we'll give you all the day to kind of get all of your belongings off of your ship, and then I'll get that thing shipped off to get it looked at and get it inspected, make sure it's all good to go. I will mention 2 things to you. And it kind of leans in closer to you guys. First off, just want to say, you may not want to roll into town with the Pirate League flag on your ship. Some of my deckhands had to confiscate it. And he like reaches under his desk and he like pulls out the folded up flag and hands it to you.
I just like close my eyes and just laugh. The biggest smile on his face.
Akira takes it and puts it in his bag.
Dude, he's a bro.
Dearly noted.
I give a thumbs up.
And the second thing I'll say is that if you're going to be hanging out in the City of Favor for whoever knows how long, and he reaches under his desk again and he's sorting through some files. He pulls out a couple pieces of paper and sets them out on his desk and spreads them out.
Oh, it's our fucking
You all might want to invest in some disguises as he spreads out 5 bounty papers. We saw the pirate flag and we did some investigating.
True, bro. Holy shit.
News moves
This guy's all about
quickly.
business.
It
Listen,
moves quickly.
I'm gonna be real with you, right? I work for the government, but I make way too much fucking money to deal with some bounties. So,
Oh.
I'll just leave these with yous. Just leave it as a friendly warning from one businessman to another. You might want to get rid of these and find a way to, lay low until these eventually disappear.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for the insight and for the sale. Akira looks back at the party and he says, "We're going to need to discuss a few things." But we'll be in touch. I appreciate everything.
He gives you a nod.
Right, time to go. Akira stands up, dusts his knees off, and walks out.
Alrighty, you
Jesus
guys.
Christ.
You guys heading out?
Wait, don't we have some of our stuff on that ship too?
I don't even remember, to be honest.
On the pirate ship, no, I don't think we kept anything on the.
Oh, the
So
pirate
I'll
ship,
say
yeah,
I'll say
okay.
before you go, you do need to collect your money from selling the ship. So he'll hand you a very large sack of coins. You guys sift through them, and whoever wants to pocket it, he gives you Garzak gives you all 475 platinum pieces. A little easier to carry around. A platinum is basically worth 10 gold each, so it's exactly how much you sold for. But, yeah.
475.
So you guys are walking around with a whole lot of spending money now.
Yeah, Akira pockets it, and he, as they walk out, he looks at the others and he says, "All right, so this is a lot of money. We also need to see about selling the necklaces which I have in my bag. So we can do that while we're out if you guys want to. Just to get all the lump sum of gold, and then we can start to, divide and conquer, as they say.
Wait, everyone is together right now, right?
I believe everybody came, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
That's a lot of money to just be carrying on the street.
That's
Tiny.
also
Yeah, you
very
might want to
true.
have to figure out how you're going to be carrying all this stuff. 'Cause if you're
Yeah.
just walking around with sacks of gold on you, that's going to be a target on your back.
Justin
Yeah,
actually
I was about to
keeps his money in like those armor hips, He actually puts his stuff in there. so
Bro, we about
he's
to
good.
get.
I thought it was just 400 like normal coins. 475 normal coins.
It
He put that in
is.
his bag.
You know how much that is, bro?
I mean, yeah, but I'm
But they're
saying it's not
like-
like he's
they're like
carrying a
pretty heavy.
fucking sack.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying in general, like if somebody,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
It's fine. We can just
Okay.
spend it all today, and then we don't have to worry about it.
there's ways to.
Let's go to the end. Let's make
Mhm.
sure that we have everything sorted out before.
Only thing I'll remind you guys about when it comes to the money is that you guys do have to get your current ship repaired at some point because it took a decent amount of damage. Although you have plenty of money for that, it's just a matter of
Oh yeah.
you know,
Honestly, I think
hiring
I can
some
just
people.
pay his bounty right now. But yeah, that'd be
Did
dipping into you
Justin-
guys.
Does Justin's repair kind of help the ship like be not as bad to repair?
It does
like
not
professionals?
restore any hit points. In order to restore
Oh,
hit
okay.
points, like you alone, like you stop the ship from like flooding basically.
Okay.
But like in order to heal hit points for the ship, you need to like order supplies and have people like actually like physically repair the ship, like and use supplies. So
Okay.
I will say here. Let me do some math here, because I think your ship is like at half of its hit points, so I think it's like 200 hit points worth of repair that you'll need to do. Let's see here. Let's see here. Where is it? Sorry, I'm looking through my little document here. How much is this? Okay. I'll say for the amount of damage that your ship took, in order to repair it to like back to its full health, I'll say it'll probably cost you guys about 1,000 gold. Because it's like 5 gold pieces per hit point basically. Because you know it's like your ship is banged up. Like
I say we
if
sell
you
it.
get like one. I'll say if you guys go out with the way your ship is looking now and you run into like 2 more encounters that could put your ship in jeopardy, because like your ship took a decent amount of it took more damage than it probably should have in the encounter with the pirates that you guys ran into, but that was mainly just because you guys got unloaded upon by like loads of cannons, and then also an entire other ship exploded right next to yours. So you took a lot of damage,
fair.
but
How did that happen?
I wonder.
Crazy.
Yeah, honestly, we can just worry about repairing the ship later. We're gonna be in favor for a while, so
Yeah.
We still have to pay for it to be at the port, though.
Oh, you do we?
Like a gold
Yeah.
though. Like
I mean, yeah,
one or
that's
two
only like a
pieces.
gold a day, right?
Well, okay,
no.
but I think
that's-
it's
okay.
an actual conversation. Do we still need the boat?
Which boat?
Our
Our
boat.
current one.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't plan to stay in favor my entire life.
But do we have to travel by water?
It's faster.
do you grow wings and fly? 'Cause I don't mind riding
Oh
you,
my-
but
It's called walking, Akira. God.
we're gonna
You
walk
can
on
walk
water.
on water.
You can get horses and like a little carriage and shit like that.
Seahorses?
I'm not talking about on the water. God, I'm talking about on land. I think it's better that we just sell the boat and get horses and just walk.
I mean, yeah, but to get to other places, we're gonna need a boat.
Okay, but like, is it worth it?
I mean, I think it is.
Okay.
We got a free boat.
Okay. Just, something to
Reefel-
think about.
Reefel's a little greedy tyke, isn't she? She wants that ship money.
Um,
No.
No, I understand what you're saying. We can, once we figure out later plans, if y'all decide to stick together, that is, then we can discuss that later. But as of right now, let's see about dividing up the money. So I got 475 platinum coins. Jesus, that's a lot of money.
Jesus Christ.
95 each.
Huh?
I don't.
Oh, platinum coins each. I was about to say 95
Yeah.
gold.
No.
By the way,
Maybe.
I don't remember. I don't think you guys actually paid for like, because you guys said you were gonna pay for like a month of having the ship docked, right? I don't think you actually
did
We
pay.
paid.
did. You?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we paid.
Yes.
All right. I
Yes.
wasn't sure because I thought like it might have been like you guys paid for like a few days and then. Oh no, actually no, it was just for the one ship. That's right.
They
Never mind.
paid in full, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we
Yeah.
were gonna sell the.
It's been a
the
while. I
pirate
can't
ship.
remember.
All Gucci.
Alrighty. Yeah, Akira passes out 95 platinum coins to each person and keeps 95 for himself.
I would say we keep this money like as like a fund for whenever we need stuff, instead of just branching it out and giving it and spreading it out. 'Cause what are we gonna use money for?
I have a lot of proclivities, so I need to get up to my own time.
Yes, of course.
Okay, and you wanted to sell some other stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna head to the market soon. Wait, hold on. What time is it, Loco? I almost said that in an accent.
I'll say it's probably around noon, so you and Justin probably about 2 hours until you have to begin your shift at the Oasis.
Okay.
Dear Kira, it's almost time for our job.
I got a couple of hours. I'm gonna go to the marketplace and sell these rings. So, I don't really need everybody with me. So I'm gonna dip out myself, but I'll meet up with you at the Oasis later on, Justin.
Merrily, I shall see you at work then, my good coworker.
Hey, don't be late.
Oh, being late will not be the dream of it. I shall be there an hour early just to be secure.
Honestly, I think you should go there now and start working ASAP. You're a good, punctual man.
Extra time for extra wages. Not a bad idea. In that case, I will take your offer and head towards there now.
Alrighty. Yeah, you're a good lad. I'm gonna go to the marketplace. I'll see you guys. Bye bye. And Akira jumps out the window.
What the hell?
One window.
Weird.
I thought we were in the room.
Oh, you're having this
Not
conversation.
Like normal people.
You're talking about this in his office?
I mean, no,
I thought I said Akira went to the inn. I thought everybody went to the inn.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I thought we were still walking.
I thought we were like outside the building.
That's what I was
We
thinking
can do that
too.
too if you want to divide 475 platinum coins outside of a tavern, but I thought we were inside.
Yeah, why not? Just
All right, sure. He doesn't jump out of a window. He walks away calmly.
good.
You sound
Fine,
like
it won't-
angry that you have to do that.
Fine, it won't jump out of a window.
I like my anime exits. Fuck.
Who jumps out the window in anime?
You know that one high school slice of death anime where they're all like
Yes,
jumping out the
yes.
window? Yeah. See, Dalton knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Like he does pretty much a swan dive with his nose like closed.
Yeah.
It's honestly really good.
But yeah, I leave.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
So,
Then Justin's gonna head over to the brothel to get an early shift.
all right, so Akira, first up, let me ask you something, because if you are just going to go sell your rings, we can do one of two things. We can either
Okay.
run like a small little scene where you do that, or we can just do like video game shop style, where you just tell me like what you're doing, and I just like describe what happens, basically. So
Okay,
depends on what you want. Do you want to do a scene, or you want to just like get right to the nitty gritty and just
We can just get
make
to
the
the nitty
transaction?
gritty.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so in that case, what is the gold value of the items that I told you that those items were worth?
Hold on, let me look at my sticky notes real quick.
So I
You
think
said they're
had,
worth 10,000 gold.
like as a group, the items are.
No, I'm kidding. I was
I was gonna say like that's okay. I didn't remember
what?
that, but okay.
No, let me check. Okay, yeah, it's 275 in total for the small and large bracelet.
Okay. I'd like you to go ahead and just roll me a persuasion check to see what their asking price is. And depending on how high you roll, might be how close to that price it'll be. Because when you're selling goods, so roll a persuasion check. This is sort of just like a barter check, basically. So you're trying to negotiate a good price.
Okay, yeah, let me do that.
It's kind of like what you and Garzok did, but not as intense.
Thank God, because I was sweating the whole time. The fuck? Oh, there it is. Persuasion. Boop.
18, okay. So I'll say with the items, you said they're worth 275. I'll say they'll probably sell them to you for 215.
215?
Yep. That'll be their
Okay,
asking
that's fine.
price. All right. So
Okay,
you
if I wanna up that, do I roll again or?
I'll say since we're not really doing a full negotiation scene, we'll just say that this is the amount that they're asking.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine
No refunds. It's their one line. All right, so you can go ahead and cross those items out of your equipment and add 215 gold to your character sheet.
Okay, real quick, what's 475? Bro, if I want to keep 475 from the platinum coins, how much do I need to take out?
Pretty sure
I'm not good at math.
So, are you using the Roll20 character sheet, right?
No, but I got it. I figured it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because both character sheets should have their own like slots for like the individual coins, so you can keep track of that.
Okay. Yeah, I just needed to take out 380. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Sounds good. So yeah, you go ahead and just get that transaction done, and you make your way over to the Oasis as our two gents are doing their thing over at the Oasis. What does everybody else want to do for the day?
Jonas would actually like to go and find a blacksmithing shop or a weapon shop.
Okay. So you're looking for a blacksmith shop. Reefel and Mari, anything for you guys?
I was gonna Reefel look for a jewelry store and also like a weapon shop, so she can tag along with Jonas for that.
Jonas would do everything in his power to avoid a Reefel.
Oh my god. That's fine. She'll be unaware.
All right. So Reefel, you wanted to go to a jewelry shop, is that correct?
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could have like Reefel wants to get like little jewelry made for everyone. Or fine jewelry.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
I had like a list and like pictures to be like, can I get this? Can I find this? That kind of thing, you know?
Alrighty. So I'll say, just for the sake of us going in order then, we have the stuff at the Oasis. We have Jonas is looking for a blacksmith shop, and Reefel's looking for a jewelry shop. I'll have everybody go ahead and roll me initiative, and then we'll go off of that to see who goes first. Since everybody's kind of splitting off to do their own things. Okay, Reefel goes first.
Oh boy.
Alright, yeah, so it'll be...
So Mimi had a little oopsie daisy, so she's
Yeah.
like resting for right now. So I think that we can just like consider Mari just like tagging along with Reefel.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, we'll do that then. We'll have Mari, and then I'll say Sneaku is also going along with Reefel as well. So Reefel, we'll start with you. I'll say if you're looking for a jewelry shop, you go to like you begin asking some folks around for like a jewelry shop in somewhere in town, and let's say go ahead roll me an investigation check to see if you can find your way
God.
around town, because you're not really around. You're not familiar with this area yet. You haven't really done a whole lot of exploring.
Oh god.
2, okay. So you travel around with your 2 compatriots, probably for a good half hour or so, until you find a really, really nice looking lavish establishment with a very large sign that says in common in capital letters Fidi, F-I-D-I. And you're like, that looks like a jewelry store. And you, along with your little troop, wander into this establishment here, and you realize, like, almost as soon as you walk in here, like, this is the type of establishment you've never really been in. You're in, like, the angel wards, which is, like, the really high upper class kind of place. So you're already like, oh wow, this is not my element, but okay. And you walk in here and you realize that this is like the fantasy equivalent of like a designer clothing store. And like they have jewelry as well, but basically this is like imagine like fantasy Gucci. That's basically what this is.
Okay.
And so like you see like all these lavish outfits and dresses, and you see all these like really intricate jewelry pieces, and this very luxurious looking elven woman, tan, almost sparkling skin, wearing a fine like almost glowing blue gown that's sort of fashioned to be kind of like business chic, kind of walks up and she says, "Hello there, welcome to Fidi. How may I be of service with you today?"
God, Reeful's gonna be like blinded for a hot second. I wanted to get some like jewelry and stuff, but I don't know if like I can have it made or how much it would be, you know what I mean?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a commissioned piece, something custom, we can have you work with some of our private designers, and you can decide on what kind of piece you want, what you'd like to have. Is there
Okay.
anything in particular you're looking for? A necklace, rings, things of those sort?
There's 2 necklaces, 2 bracelets, and then like a little earring clasp for elves, you know?
Ah, yes. And was the occasion?
Oh, you know, just for some pals of mine. I just think they're really neat, and I wanted to get them some little gifts.
I see. Alrighty, well, you can follow me over here. And for the next 10-15 minutes or so, she begins like showing you like all these like different jewelry pieces, all of which are way too expensive. Like she pulls out one, like, this is a very nice starter piece here. This one has engravings on the back here, with a large sapphire in the center, silver lining, diamonds etched around. Something like this piece, if you're commissioned, will probably cost you around 10,000 gold pieces.
Good one.
And then you
Oh,
hear
God.
you hear Sneak, who is like, that's the starter one. Yes, that is the starter one. Yes, it goes up from there, and like Seeker just looks up at you like, I think we're in the wrong store.
Okay, I'm gonna find a moment to like gracefully step out, but can I know how easy it'd be to steal something from this store?
Okay.
Like, what would I don't want to roll if I wouldn't. I don't think that works that
Roll
way.
an
but,
insight check
What?
for me.
If I roll
15.
good, I want to roll.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
I guess I don't.
Oh my lord.
Okay, I'll say you don't really know too much about these like lavish places. You don't go here very much, but you do have a bit of a criminal background. I'll say
Right.
you know that a lot of the stuff in this place is very valuable, but there's 2 issues with that. One, trying to fence these items off, trying to like sell these items is going to be very difficult because with the designer place, it's very easy to recognize a piece of stolen jewelry. You know, if you walk up to a guy and he's like, "Hey, I'm selling this Fidi necklace," and you know it's been going on in the news that a necklace from Fidi got stolen worth like 50,000 G's or something like that. You know, yeah, it's going to be hard to sell that, so it's going to take you a while. The other problem is if you get caught. You see, most establishments in the Angel Ward, I would say not Angel Ward, but like most like expensive places, you know, are highly protected. You walked in here and you didn't see any like active security, so I'd say with a 15 insight guess that this place is probably swimming in like enchanted items to like protect this place. So there's probably fail safes that the store has for thievery. So you'd have to get really lucky if you want to, you know,
Or be a cracked ass thief.
Yeah, you need to go. You need to be like
Roll
really
the dice,
efficient
bruh.
if you want to snag something.
Roll them 20s.
I'm not gonna try. I kind of want to roll just to see if I would have been able to, but
You would
Like a
literally
mock
get
roll.
executed.
That's
in the
a
middle of the
dangerous
street.
game right there. Because what if you roll high?
that'd be really depressing. But you know,
It's like when you go to like a fucking casino and like you win like 1 or 2 games. It's like we can play a little longer. Then all of a sudden all your money is gone.
yeah, she would at least be smart enough to know that she doesn't want to cause any trouble too much in this town. So she will go, "I've got 2 gold, so I don't think I can afford it. I'm smelly and poor. I have to go. I can't be in here." Grab Sneaky and fucking skitter out of there.
As you like panically like make your way out, as this like elven woman just stares at you as the 3 of you walk out.
Take it from her hand and run.
No. Am I able to find a cheaper place?
Well, you rolled a 2-1 investigation, so I'll say for today, no, you don't.
All right.
You walked into the Angel Ward, which is where all the expensive stuff is. So.
Oh, damn it.
You in the Elves League.
I was too attracted to all the shiny things.
Yeah.
It happens.
All right, so we're gonna go over to the next highest roll, which is going to be Akira. So we'll say Akira and Justin, you guys begin your shift over at the Oasis. I'll say,
Oh, weren't they? Or wasn't Akira doing something else? And then Justin went in early.
I already did it.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'll say.
Then, yeah, Justin went in early then.
Okay. Well, actually, I do have something for Justin. We'll get back to you then. We'll do Jonas next then. So, you're looking for a blacksmith place, right?
Yeah, a blacksmith place or like something that's like a combination of like a weapon selling and like a blacksmith in one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an investigation as well.
Roll the dice. Yes, sir.
21. Okay. Sounds good. Let's see here. One moment here. All right. I'll say you begin wandering around the streets. You make sure to avoid the Angel Ward because everything's overpriced over there. You make your way actually over near the Copper Ward, which is sort of the more middle class sections, like around like this sort of territory here. And as you're walking the streets, you eventually find yourself across a very, very interesting looking blacksmith shop. Rather small looking building, but the sign for this building really attracts you. It's a sign that has like an image of what looks to be a stone small looking bowl with like a flintlock pistol sticking out of it. And you see the sign that says the mortar and pistol. And you're like,
Oh.
And
Yeah, that really attracts me.
yeah, so you are intrigued by that whole thing, and you wander into the shop, and you see one individual in the back of this very open-looking blacksmith shop. It is not like most stores that you've seen. Like, this is just straight up, like, this looks like sort of like, it's more of like an art studio, really, than a store. It's just like you walk in and you're just like in this dude's shop. Like, there's no desk, no front counter, nobody to greet you or anything. It's just like you just walk in and it's like you just walked into somebody's like personal blacksmithing shop. And so you walk in and there's like one individual, a dwarven man with pale reddish looking skin, brown receding hair that is kind of like tied up into like a small bun to kind of keep it out of his face. His face is kind of like stained a little bit with some what looks to be like ash. And he's got like some goggles on, and he pulls the goggles off, and you see what's unusual for a dwarf is that he is clean shaven. But like you like walk in, he looks over and says, "Hey, good morning there. Welcome on in the Mortal and Pistol. How can I help you?"
I give him like a half bow and I say, "Oh, what a nice little shop you got over here. It's very unusual."
Thank you kindly. I take pride in my work here. Anything I can assist you with? Any commissions you might have?
Yeah, I ran into a little problem like quite a while ago. Had to do with one of these metal eating insects. Don't know if you ever heard of them.
Metal. That sounds like a rust monster there. Yeah.
Yeah, rust monster. There you go.
Oh, too familiar with them, unfortunately. Here, let me take a look at your gear. What seems to be the damage?
Yeah, I take out my dagger from my small little pouch and I show him all the rust and the worn out way it looks. Like, yeah, about this.
Yeah. A decent bit of wear and tear on this. I think I can probably fix this up for you, though. Let me
I'd rather buy a new one, to be honest.
You want to purchase a new one instead?
Yeah, I'd like to actually buy a longsword from you if you have any in stock. Does this guy sell guns? Like flintlock guns?
You haven't asked him yet. He might. I'll say you look around. Actually, you look around here, and I'll say you've heard of firearms, but like this is an era in history where they're not commonly known yet. They're very much a niche weapon, and they're like very experimental in this time period. So, it's still like flintlock era stuff. It's not like super advanced yet. So, not a lot of people use them. They have their downsides. But I'll say you look around and like he's got like a lot of gear sort of like strewn up on the walls, like pieces that he's made in the past. And you do see like a section in like one of the back corners that is just like all like different firearms, different like flintlock weapons of different sizes. You see like these like flintlock pistols, muskets, blunderbusses. You also see like a couple like more experimental weapons. Like you see what looks to be a musket, but it has like 7 barrels. And immediately you're just like, that's scary. You also see one that's like a very long musket with like this something that you've never seen before. It's like mounted along the barrel are like these 3 cylindrical pieces of glass that like shrink down into like different sizes. And
I want that.
I'll say you as a player, you can kind of recognize as what that could be. Jonas has no idea what the fuck that is, though.
Yeah.
So I'll say I'll have you go ahead and just make an intelligence check to see if you can guess what that does.
Intelligence check. And... Oh, God damn.
4. Yeah, they just look like random pieces of glass. You're like, that looks like it might get in the way. What the heck is that for?
Yeah, I just kind of looking around the shop, and I very noticeably have like the expression on my face are like if you know, obviously you've watched anime, almost like starry eyes, like around the shop.
Yeah,
'Cause
weapons.
by the fascination, yeah. I'm just like, yeah, I couldn't help but notice the sign outside, and I actually would definitely like to acquire one of these. You call them flint weapons?
There's different terms for them. You know, firearms, guns, pistols, rifles. It's a lot, but I'll say firearms is the general term.
Firearms. Oh, interesting. And then I just like very quickly point to the weapon on the wall, and I ask him, "What is that? And how much is it?"
That is a little experimental tool that I've been working on, and he like goes over and like he has to like get on like he like pulls out like a stool to like kind of reach up on the wall. You know, he's a dwarf, he's a little short. He like grabs the stool and like goes up to the strange looking rifle and picks it up. So this is a little experimental tool that I've been sort of working with. It's called a sniper rifle. Basically, we have 3 pieces of glass here that sort of act as magnifying lenses. So, if you look down through here, and he like kind of holds up the rifle to your face, and you kind of like look down the lens, and as like the 3 lenses line up, like they align with each other, you see this like zoomed in effect, almost like you're looking down a microscope.
Yeah, I just like kind of take a step back, and I'm like, what? How does that work? And I kind of chuckle.
That's some mixture of Valandan science and Dwarven ingenuity. Basically, you look down that scope, put whatever you're trying to shoot at in a line of sight, and if you're lucky, you can hit anything within 1,000 yards.
1,000 yards.
Oh, yeah. You hit anything a lot further away than just a simple bow and arrow. Though,
You ever shot
not
this?
exactly. Oh yeah, I shoot this thing all the time. And he takes the rifle from you and like points at like a back corner, where like there seems to be like a very like just an open barrel, like kind of like set up in the corner that's like pointed up at like a 45-degree angle, and he just like points at it and just. And this sound of this explosion right next to your head, like your ears like ring as the explosion ruptures out, and yeah, you just see this like puff of smoke appear out of the barrel. I was gonna get a little bit of target practice in. Sorry for your ears though. You'll get used to it.
Would you be able to teach me how to use this? I'd pay you, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're actually interested in my my arms, then
Yeah,
I'd be happy to sell you. I got lots of freaky gadgets if you're interested in that kind of thing. Not a lot of people are nowadays, 'cause, people are just like, just give me a dagger. They just want what's cheap, but they don't want what's good.
No, I'm very, very fascinated by your work. I kind of scratch my head and I say, I've been gone for a while, if you know what I mean.
I want to have him roll something really quick now that you say that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And no worries there, friend. No worries. Everybody's got their own business to attend to.
No, of course, yeah. I wouldn't hold it against nobody, you know. If I know how you are, I know how you are. That's all that matters. But yeah, you'd be able to teach me how to use this? We'd be able to set some type of meeting somewhere here? I don't know. I'm sorry if this is very out of nowhere, but I'm very interested in this type of hardware.
Yeah, no worries there, friend. No worries. I understand completely. This kind of tech is very intriguing to most folks, though I think a lot of people get spooked by the big booms that go off, you know. You think a bomb is going off, which is not too far off. Technically, you know, there is some explosive action going on, but Yeah, I could show you how to use it sometime. You think you're willing to purchase one of these, or?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, yeah. I'm used to very big booms, and I give him like a very, very small summary of him almost getting being exploded by gunpowder. So yeah, that's that. I definitely do want to buy a short sword though, if you have any of them in stock for now.
Yeah, sure. I got a short sword along with that. So here, let's do this. Let's see. Do you want to get this in particular? Do you want to get the sniper rifle? Or do you want to get something a little smaller? You want to try some of the other weapons here?
I am dead set on the one you got in your hands right now.
Alrighty then. Well, I'll say this sniper rifle here can probably run you. I will warn you, these are, not for the faint of heart when it comes to wallets. I'd say this here, along with the modifications I've made to it, it'll cost, if I'm gonna make ends meet, probably like 250 gold.
250 gold? Okay. No, I could squeeze that out of my pocket, but where my intriguement comes from, if that's a word, is I want to be proficient with this, and who else than the maker?
Well, let me ask you this: have you ever shot a crossbow before?
I have shot a crossbow before.
Same thing. You just it's just reloading.
100%.
Reloading is just the hard part. All you gotta do is just take this bit and that bit, line them up, and he's like pointing to like the back and the front of the barrel. Line them up, point it at your target, pull the trigger. That's all you need to do. Real simple. Reloading's a bit the hard part, but I can show you how that works. A little bit of repetition, and it'll be like nothing.
I kind of like look around the store, and I'm almost like I'm so excited. I'm almost like a little kid, and I whisper to him, Have you ever shot this at another human or anything else?
Not recently, no. I mean, I did have a break-in a couple of years back, but and he points to like the 7-barreled musket. Oh, Betsy took care of that one real quick.
Oh. Yeah, probably want to stay away from that gun, and I kind of just laugh a little bit.
Yeah, note to any of your friends, never rob a blacksmith.
Yeah, never know. You seem like the kind of guy that I definitely do not wanna mess anything up with. No, but yeah, I'll take the sword, and I'll take this. Do you have a name for it?
This in particular, not really, but you're more than welcome to give it a name if you'd like.
I'll name it Thunder. The sound made it seem like it was like a thunder strike coming down.
Alrighty, I like the sound of that. But yeah, I'll say Thunder will run you 250 gold. The extra short sword will add an extra 10 to that. And you'll probably need to get a couple bullets along with that too.
Yeah.
So I'll say 20 bullets or so will probably run you a gold piece. Nothing too crazy. The bullets are easy to make.
A gold a piece for one bullet. That's a lot of money.
No, a gold for 20.
It's for 20. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I can make like 20 of these for like three copper. Like they're easy to make, but
you wouldn't by any chance have any experimental ammo?
Not yet. I am experimenting with it, but I haven't done too many experiments because most of the time when I test out new types of ammunition, my guns blow up, and then it could be a little expensive.
Okay. I get like a little note out of my pocket, and I write down the inn where I'm staying at, and I tell him, well, if you ever need a test dummy for anything, I am willing to take this sniper rifle to the next level.
I like the sound of that. Alrighty, well, It's gonna do business with you, so that'll probably cost you. Are you just getting the 20 bullets? You think that'll be good enough for you?
I'll take 40 bullets.
All right, so in total, I'd say that'd be 262 gold for the whole package.
All right, that's good. I never. Well, this is very disrespectful of me, but I never asked you for your name, did I?
No worries. My name's Granum. Good to meet you.
Granum. It was nice to meet you. My name is Jonas.
All right, pleasure doing business with you, Jonas.
Sweating.
Why are you
Okay.
sweating?
To be honest, I was thinking if he might notice my name, yes or no. That's why I explicitly said my name just to see if he knew yes or no. But
Okay. Okay, then yeah, no, I'll take everything off your hands, and then I'll be more. Oh wait, one last thing. Do you have like some type of wrap I can attach to this so it could like be around my body instead of carrying this in my hands?
Yeah, sure thing. I can get a little shoulder strap here hooked up for you. 1 second.
Yeah.
He like goes over and he grabs like what looks to be like a leather belt and kind of like attaches it onto like these two loops that are like on the rifle, and he basically makes a little bandolier for you. Something you can just like, so you can like kind of hoist it over your shoulder.
Oh, perfect. Well, I'll be out of your hair. You have a very nice day. And like
You
I
as
said,
well,
don't forget
friend.
me. And I walk out the store.
He gives you a wave as you exit his lovely little shop.
hey,
Yeah, you have a gun now. Let me
goddamn
go.
gun. What the freaking
You rolled
hell?
21 in
gun
the
is just
investigation. I'm like, oh, he rolled the pistol shop.
Yeah, I didn't know there were fucking flintlocks, bro. What the fuck?
I
Oh,
want to
this
say,
motherfucker
I want to
crazy.
say I mentioned it during the session 0, but I couldn't remember. I think somebody asked if there were firearms, and I said yes, but they're like flintlock level.
Yeah, that was me. I asked because the
Do you have a
gunslinger class-
do you have a stab block for them? Because
Yes.
I wanted to get a cure like something
I
medium
do.
ranged, but if there's shit, then I'm not gonna.
I have individual stats for like all the different types of weapons. So
Okay. Can you tell me what the die is for a flintlock pistol?
flintlock pistol is a D10.
Oh,
D10
yeah, I'm
for
definitely
damage.
getting through those. All right, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. The musket. I'll go ahead and let's see. Yeah, so
If you dual wield the flintlock pistols, is that gonna be like a disadvantage on attack, or how does that work?
it basically works as the whatever the dual wield stats you have are. So if you're making an attack with your offhand weapon, you can use your bonus action for that. You just don't add your dexterity bonus to the damage when you hit with that. Although if you take I think it's like 2-weapon fighting, then you could ignore that and you can just gain an extra attack basically. With flintlock weapons though, you can only fire off 1 shot per turn. This is the thing with crossbows as well, because they have what is called the loading ability, which basically means unless you get a certain ability that lets you ignore that, you can only fire off 1 shot per turn, because you need to, part of your turn is reloading the weapon. And yes,
Okay.
reloading a musket technically
Sounds good.
takes like 30 seconds, which is like 5 rounds of combat, but the balancing, that's a nightmare. So we'll say that it's just, you fire a shot,
Yeah.
you reload it, it takes like 6 seconds, and then, But I'll post
Sounds
in
good.
I'll post in campaign info.
So if you already only have 1 attack per turn, then like the whole reloading thing doesn't really matter for you, does it?
Not really. It's only when you get like later levels when you get like extra attack that it really matters. But by the time then, it's like you have the option to like get a feat. So like I think there's like 1 or 2 feats that allow you to ignore the loading perk. So it doesn't become an issue.
Okay. Yeah,
It's like a one-time use
I'm
battle.
gonna have to think about that, because like 2 pistols would really suit the pirate theme I like, but I don't really use the rapier a lot, so I feel like I might as well just switch.
He's about to go full Fee Rising build.
All right.
So
let me-
what would I put in my stuffies?
I'll go ahead and here. I'll put the stats for the weapon in campaign info in just a second. Let me write this out because your weapon is not just a regular musket; it's a modified musket. So I need to add the little
Yeah.
extra thing onto it too. Mind you, when I was first coming up with ideas for Aurea, I came up with a bunch of firearms rules. So I have a lot of like in-depth stuff about this. Like I have like full homebrew things that I could make a whole PDF on this if I wanted to. But that takes time and effort, and I don't time which I don't have really.
I got a fucking sniper, dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys ever want to do the gunslinger class, it's pretty nice actually. It's pretty fun.
I'm having way too much fun with Bard. I just want two. I just want two boomsticks.
Boom, boom.
Boom booms. They're just fucking loud as fuck.
I'm gonna have to see if wearing this bitch in the open is illegal or not.
Okay. Here are the stats for the musket. So basically the way the musket works, it's 1d12 what is called ballistic damage. Ballistic damage is not really going to be important, just treat it as piercing damage. But it uses ammunition. Its range is 40/20, which means that if you're attacking a target within 40 feet of you, it's a regular attack. But if it's in between 40 feet and 120 feet, it's a disadvantage.
Okay.
It also has the loading and two-handed perks. It basically means you have to use two hands to use the weapon, and loading, you can only fire one shot per turn. The sniper scope, however, means that shots with this weapon no longer have disadvantage when attacking targets outside of the weapon's base range. So that thing I mentioned about the range thing doesn't matter now.
Okay.
So if
that's
you're
really
as
nice.
long as you're attacking a target within 120 feet, it does not have disadvantage. It's just a normal attack. Anything outside of 120 feet, it's at disadvantage. Although if you're attacking a target from like 3,000 feet away, then that'll be like a cutoff. Yeah, so those are the advantages of having a little sniper scope on your musket.
Hell yeah. I didn't even think. I just bought it.
Yeah.
I just wanted it to be
Just
honest.
like he's selling a gun. I want a gun. Give me the gun.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. It's you just made a nice little 85 platinum coin, so you might as well. You got the money for it.
Yeah, you
I'm
get
not
some
gonna
money
use
to
them, nothing
spend
else.
now. Now you can go shopping properly.
Yes, sir.
All right. So as you finish your transaction, we will go over to Justin and Akira, mainly Justin. But Justin, you make your way over to the Oasis, going over to begin your shift. You go, I'd say it's probably like you're going over like an hour early, right? So you make your way in to the establishment. And you see behind the main desk, you see Salona, the manager, which you've interacted with before. She says, "Oh, Justin, you're here early."
Yes, madam. I am here to serve my dues. An hour earlier, but I believe that is more than acceptable, yes?
You're eager to please. I like that. Well, if you'd like, you can go ahead and head on the back behind me. And she points to there's a door behind you, which you've never really noticed before. Mainly because it's mostly covered in some of the vines that are scattered around a lot of this establishment. She says, you can just head on back there and go ahead and get yourself situated. And once I'm ready, we'll go ahead and start your teachings.
Yes, ma'am. I am ready to move the boxes. Make sure to paint all the walls, whatever it is that you require of me. He's gonna just kind of merrily hop in the back.
As you walk back, and she kind of whispers to herself, "Oh, he's cute." And you make your way back there, and let me switch up the music here a little bit.
Switch up the music.
Oh no. What's gonna happen?
I'm just turning off the rain background Skyrim atmosphere thing. But you walk into this back room here, and it is very different from the rest of the establishment. A lot of the establishment that you notice is very like spa-like, a lot of like, you know, stone floors and walls, you know, a lot of mist and stuff like that. You walk into this room and it's darkly lit. There's a lot of what looks to be like red wood on the floor with like red painted walls with like a bunch of like different tapestries and paintings kind of scattered across. There's like carpets and rugs on the floor. It's a very, very nice looking kind of quaint room here. And you see a bunch of other men and women sort of like talking, and like there's like couches and beds and kind of, and like looks to be like a bar like station like in like one of the back corners of the space. This looks to be sort of like a break room kind of thing, sort of like the backstage area, so to speak.
Do they look like workers of this place? Like,
you
they have some sort of
recognize two
uniform
or
something?
three of them as some of the workers. So yeah, you guess that these are all like staff here. These like basically some of the other men and women of the night, basically. And but they're not dressed in like the typical like nymph garb that they were before. They're all like mostly like wearing regular clothing, although pretty lightly, you know, because like at any point like somebody could come in and be like, "Hey, you get to going," you know.
Right.
And there's a couple of them that you do recognize, and you do see towards the back of the room, kind of talking with like two of the other ladies. You see Elle.
Okay. Justin's gonna kind of just like he's gonna just kind of like slam open. Wait, it's not a door, is it? It's just like it's just a.
It is a door. It's just been like hidden by the vines, so you
Okay.
kind of have to like push them aside and open the door. It's a little complicated, but you know, it makes the place
Gotcha.
look nice.
All right, he's gonna do his like. He's gonna slam the door open, make his presence known, and say, "Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary alike. I am just in time, and I am here as your new recruit. Whatever it is that I need to do, please feel free to tell me and make me labor all for my work."
And all the conversating just stops as you like slam the door open and you make your presence known. Everybody kind of just stares at you for a moment. There's like a little bit of an awkward pause, but then the pause is like stopped by like some polite laughter and some more chatter. And you hear one of the girls in the back like, "Oh, look, everybody, we have some fresh meat. This will be fun."
He kind of just like gives a quick flex. He's like, "Yes, these muscles and my body is ready for labor."
All right, so. They don't really pay you too much mind, because I would say you know that Salona is going to be sort of in charge of your trainings. You're kind of just waiting on her at this point. But yeah, I'd say until Akira arrives, you are free to chat amongst the other workers.
Which is what he's gonna do. The closest person, he is going to strike up a conversation with them, and he's gonna, you know, just sort of ask the questions like, "Well, my good blank, you know, whichever gender they are, how long have you been working in this grand establishment?"
I'll say you go up to, looks to be a human girl with medium length, flowy pink hair. She's got like a nice, a cute little dress on.
Walker.
She's, I've been working here for about 6 months or so. It's a pretty good gig.
Ah, that is a very nice sentiment to have. What made you come over here to work as a fellow worker?
Well, you see, I recently started classes at the local mages college, and, you know, gotta pay for tuition somehow, and people are friendly here, get to have some fun while I work, so, you know, why not?
Sorry. Okay. Yes. Tuition is extremely important. As a man who has not been fully educated in his early life, I do understand the importance of such. Tell me, how goes the studying? Are you getting, as they say, the full grades?
I'd say I'm doing pretty well. I'm advancing rather quickly. I'm learning some good things. I'm going a little, the classes are going a little slower than I'd like them to be. I think I'm doing well, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm just doing as the class say. The teachers know what they're doing, so I just follow along.
Merrily. And do tell me, my dear, what is it that you do here?
Well, I do what a lot of the other folks here do, and that basically if somebody requests a service, I sleep with them.
A splendid night for the cause.
Exactly, and sometimes it's pretty fun.
Fun, you say?
I would say so.
And how long have these other dear workers been with you in this humble establishment?
Oh, I think most of the people in here have been working way longer than me. I think there's a couple of people that have been working here for years, I want to say.
Oh, and who would you say is your best worker?
Oh, Salona, by far. There's a reason why she's the one in charge all the time.
Second best worker.
Okay, now that's a dangerous one. I abstain from that one.
Oh? Is it a bit of a competition around here?
Not really. We don't really compete with each other. I mean, we all offer different things to the table. We're like, more of a tight-knit family than anything,
I see. Then I am more than happy to be a part of this family. Do you have any tips and tricks for my first day on the job?
Yes, actually. So first off, you hold all the right to refuse any requests that may or may not make you feel uncomfortable. If there's any trouble, you are more than welcome to, put people in their place, whether they're asking for it or not, and just be yourself.
I did not know this job required me to talk so much. Splendid! I am more than happy to speak with my fellow coworkers.
Well, I mean, this job isn't just all about sex and money, Sometimes some people just want people to talk to. People are lonely in their lives, and we help fill that void.
I see. Then, perhaps there is then a proposition to make. Do tell me, if I was to ask you for perhaps your best customer, then how well am I allowed to know them?
Are you just asking for advice? Or are you, asking for one of my regulars?
Regulars!
Ah, I see. I could possibly get you hooked up with somebody. I know a guy that, comes in every other week or so. I think it'd probably be around this time. If he stops in, I'll let you know.
Splendid. For you see, I have a friend named Akira Neverine. He is quite popular with the people. So if he does hop around, I'd be more than happy to spread his name so that he is more than happy to receive customers in the best of manners.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's right. You guys were here yesterday, right?
Absolutely, madam.
Oh, I completely forgot. That's right. You guys were in those other two rooms for 10 hours, right? That was... And she looks like she's about to say something, and then she her eyes widen and she pauses.
Is there something on my face?
No, it's nothing. Never mind. Not a problem.
Kind of looks up at his hoge. Yes, I cannot seem to get this one down. I see it is quite distracting. My apologies.
Oh, I mean, it's no worries, and like she kind of like goes back to her normal mannerisms.
Well, it was lovely to talk to you, my dear. Tell me, do you have anyone else that may share a splendid conversation with me?
Yes, there's a couple other people in here. One moment here. I'll say... Yeah, she says, I'd say there's a couple people that, you know, if you're looking for advice, a couple other people would be good. There's a Soule and Nerard. I think have probably been working here for a decent amount of time. I want to say Soule's been here for 5 years, and Nerard's been here for about 4. And I'd say if you want like the you know, the whole the newbie gist, you know, if you want to get like the advice from somebody that's been here for like, you know, a decent amount of time, but not too much, kind of like me, you can probably talk to Elle. She's good on information with that kind of thing.
Ah, I understand. Then I will be on my way. Splendid to meet you, my dear,
Vevra, and she like takes her hand and like gives you like a very polite handshake.
Vevra, so lovely to meet you, my dear. I look forward to working with thee.
Lovely to meet you too, Justin.
And he is then going to go towards Elle.
Alrighty, so Elle is talking to like 2 of the other girls sort of in the back, and she's been kind of quiet since you came in. Like she looked like she was like deep in some good conversation for a little bit, but then like, you know, you made your presence very known and she got a bit quiet. But you know, you go up to her and she looks over and notices hey Jay.
Hello, I am just in time. Pleased to meet you. I heard you go by the name of Elle.
Yeah? She was like looking at you
Splendid.
with a very confused look.
He just has the biggest, widest grin. Wait, what was the name of the person that he just talked to?
Vevra.
Vevra.
I can put her name in
Vevra has
the Roll20 if you want.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. Vevra has told me you are one of the most valuable workers here, so I wanted to speak to you for a couple of advice.
Yeah? Advice for what?
Ah, you see, my dear Elle, I shall be a new worker with you today. I am ready to labor and ready to do what is asked of me.
I would love for you to roll an insight check as you say that.
Okay. Inside, huh? Let's see. My rolls are not good.
3, okay. You look at Elle as you say that, and like her eyes kind of go wide as you say the words, "I'm going to be your coworker," and she has the look on her face like she's just seen a ghost. But for the life of you, you have no idea why. That's crazy.
He's in work mode. No drama allowed. Alright, then, he's gonna say, is something the matter? You look a bit ill. Perhaps I should speak with the madam.
No, I'll be okay. I'm fine. I'm just caught a little off guard is all.
Oh? Perhaps something got your attention. Pray tell, what would it be?
Is now the time for this?
He looks around. It is not time to work, yes?
She's gonna roll something really quick. She kind of like mutters something underneath her breath, but it's like just loud enough where you can kind of hear it. It's like, oh, you really haven't changed very much, have you?
Well, I'm sorry. Did you say something, my dear?
Nothing, no.
Oh? Then allow me to ask you a few questions as part of the new regime.
Okay.
First, please do tell me, what is it like around here?
It's nice. It's a good, well-paying position. Yeah, we make pretty good money here. Everybody's nice.
No, El. I speak of the city. The splendid world of Fortunata.
Oh, favor. I mean, yeah, it's seen better days. It's alright, I guess.
And do tell me, how is it like in your home world or your homeland?
It's going. I have a house.
El,
That's
I wish to ask you how it's like still, compared to how it was 10 years, 20 years, 30 years ago.
It's not really better, not really worse.
So it is all the same.
Well, not the same. Are we having the talk now, or?
I am simply asking a few questions as a new humble established worker of this humble establishment.
Right, so we're not having the talk, okay. And like she kind of
We are conversating, are we not?
Right, okay. She kind of has like this like expression on her face that's like a mix of nervousness and disappointment.
Disappointment, damn.
Justin's used to it.
I
then,
don't have much information when it comes to the city.
Oh? And why is that? Have you not been here for the longest time?
No, I've been here. It's complicated. That's all.
Oh? Please do expand on me. I know little of this place.
I'll say at this point, Akira, you finally
Yep.
arrive.
Akira walks in, goes straight to the front counter, and lays his 60 gold pieces in a pouch on the counter. Howdy, good morning, or rather good afternoon. I've recently came across an assortment of money. And I figured, for the good time yesterday, I'd pay you the sum necessary and a little bit extra as a sort of peace offering for my admittedly clumsy attempt at a pickup.
You set the money down. She like takes it, like examines it, like looks through.
I
it
forgot how
all.
much it was, by the way.
You owed 60, I think.
Okay, so say there's 70 in the village.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the tip. I'm a little disappointed, though, that you're not joining us.
You know, as much as I wanted to spend my day, toiling away at the beautiful bodies of Favor's wonderful citizenship, I unfortunately live the life of an adventurer, and there's many things I need to get up to this afternoon.
I see. I understand. Well, Akira, if you're ever in need of our services again, you know where to find us. If you're ever in the need for more adventures.
I don't necessarily see myself perusing the wares here as I do like natural giantess women, but you did this thing with your tongue the other night that just won't leave my brain. So I will ask again, including the money that I do currently have. Would you like to go on a date with me? No discounts necessary.
Or the persuasion check.
Okay. He needs to get one. He needs to get one W before he leaves, bro. I don't care. Persuasion. 19.
19, okay. Well, you did come back with the money as you promised. I'll say... You know what? Sure. Why not?
Yes.
Name the place and I'll be there.
He like fist pumps like behind him for like a fraction of a second and turns back around. All right. Wait, what'd she say?
He said, name the place and I'll be there. Not tonight, obviously. I'll be busy.
Absolutely. Well, I'm new to the city, so give me a little time to look around, and I will be back in the morn with a time and place. Does that sound good?
Sounds perfect to me.
Alrighty. Give Justin a hard time for me today, please. I like to see him working and sweaty. He needs it. He's like an ox pulling a cart, you know what I mean? He needs to put his work in to get a good day's sleep.
I'll take care of him. You need no worries.
Oh, I appreciate it. Okay, you all have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the morning. And Akira tips his little hair, and he leaves that fucking devil shack, bro.
Alrighty then. So you head off on your way. Justin, you continue.
Bitch just leaves him. Ain't no way.
So Justin, I guess we'll go back to your conversation with Elle, because I was absolutely planning for Akira to walk in at that point, but I guess he's not coming.
I had that plan the whole time, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh no. Ain't no way.
So Justin, you were in the midst of having a little chat with Elle.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit? He's just gonna give out like random conversations and whatnot. Not any. He's not gonna ask anything too meaningful.
Alrighty, so you kind of just like spend the time here just chatting with some of the folks until finally Salona comes over, brings you to like a private space, and she begins showing you the ropes, so to speak. And she does inform you that the amount of time that you'll need to be working with them isn't as much as previously negotiated before, as quote-unquote something came up. So you only need to work 3 days instead of the agreed like week-long period.
Oh,
you know, because like Akira paid for the majority of it, so you only have like 25 gold worth of money to earn back. So She does mention
does
though.
she tell him about Akira?
I'll say she doesn't mention much. She just says that, and you get very confused. And like as you're like beginning your lessons of why Akira isn't there, you kind of wonder yourself like, I wonder if he just has like another tutor or something like that. Who knows? And all I'll say is that you learn a lot from Salona. You learn a lot. As she begins like showing you the ropes of what it's like to be a nymph at the Oasis.
That guac guac.
You about to go suck mad orc penis, bro.
Ain't no way.
That's
You better
all.
come
That's all
on.
we'll say about that ordeal. But yeah, you work your full shift, and it like you don't really get to like you don't interact with anybody yet because it's mainly just training. So you'll just take up your afternoon and your evening, just doing all that stuff.
And then Justin asks about Akira. Is Akira getting the same training, madam? I have not seen him the entire day.
I don't believe so. He kind of took care of his own fee.
Take care of his own fee, you mean?
Well, he came in and he offered the money that he owed, so no need for his services.
His brain is like slowly clocking, like the gears are slowly turning.
This piece of shit.
And when did this happen, madam?
A little after you came in.
What is he questioning?
Does that not mean I can pay my dues? Was I not paying for him?
You can pay your dues if you have the money for it. I assume you did.
Merely. Then he's gonna pull out his wallet.
So you just pay her the 25 gold that you owe?
Yeah.
All this shit just for y'all to pay it off anyways. Oh my god.
Salona looks
25 gold.
very upset. She is
Is
not
something
happy.
the matter, madam?
I think we're done here. And,
Is our work done today?
unfortunately, yes.
Then I shall see you tomorrow, madam.
I think that'll be fine. I think
Oh.
Why is he still trying to work?
What?
we'll see you around, Justin. If you ever want to come back and like she paused a moment. Actually, are you still interested?
What would I be interested in, madam?
Well, you know the reason why you're working with us is because you couldn't pay your fee.
Absolutely, we could not pay Akira's fee.
But Akira paid his fee,
Yes,
and you just paid me now.
yes.
So then, do you still want the job?
Was that not the agreed upon agreement? I believe we have said I would work here for an entire week, but you have recently reduced it to 3 days. A little short, but it
Right,
is still
because
a
you couldn't-
pleasure.
And we made that decision because you couldn't pay me, and you just paid me, so now things have changed.
But I promised labor.
She just,
He's such a good boy.
the whole math equation thing is like going on, and like, it's Salona's brain right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this money, and I'm not going to make this my problem. Let's get back to work, shall we?
Merrily!
And you continue your training for the day, I guess.
Then he's gonna ask, So when do I lift the boxes? What do you need to be transported?
Oh, you're just an angel. This is going to be great.
No, I am not an angel, dear madam. I am but a humble knight of justice, under my god Helm himself, the creator of all things that are of justice and right and might.
Justin, do you know what a metaphor is?
He's trying to think. Is that the words you use with like and as?
Hold on one moment.
Are you having to Google what it is? It's a simile, dog.
Yeah, I know. Like, this is another.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, I'm an English major and I don't know what a metaphor, like, I don't know the definition for it. Like, I know what it is, but...
It's a figure of speech.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Hina. You're correct.
Thank you.
Why you thinking?
Hina's so smart.
So
She really
I'm a
is.
genius.
She's the smartest one in this chat, to be honest.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
True.
Let's continue
Oh
with
my
that. Sorry. What
Oh,
was
no,
the
he
last thing
wasn't
you said,
Googling it.
Justin?
He said, is that not the words you use for like and as?
Oh boy. she just sighs like, you know what? Let's just keep going. I'll make it work.
Merely!
And I'm gonna say we're gonna end that scene there. And you continue your shift in private.
Justin's thinking he's doing like full-on labor, not being one of the fucking...
Oh yeah, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. I'll say it's like 2 hours in that you realize like, oh, this isn't the job that I thought this was gonna be. Oh no.
he's just like letting her speak. He doesn't want to interrupt her, but he's thinking this doesn't really apply to him. Just thinking she's just showing him how the ropes work in this place.
Amazing. All right,
that's
so yeah, you do
museum,
your
man.
thing here.
Brother, we established she's not gay.
Dude, that matters when you're working as a fucking...
That's a whore.
I'm not gay, but
What's
20
he
bucks is
gonna
20 bucks.
do?
Try.
Is he just gonna like have sex with him, or is he gonna be like, oh no,
Justin's
no?
just gonna be like, this is just for work. It doesn't matter.
This is just for work.
Listen, I'm not gonna go into details. but- I'm not gonna go into detail.
Like, if you
but
want to
yeah.
actually know what he's gonna do, if we're gonna skip over that part, he's gonna be like, "Madam, this is not what we agreed upon."
I'm not doing a
Runs
scene.
on the
I'm
fucking
not
building.
describing this.
Like he's gonna like slam him.
I could make this really bad, but I choose not to. Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, that all happens. Akira, as you are making your way back to the inn where the rest of the gang is, so, you know, because your business is done out here,
Absolutely.
you are...
I'll be right back.
No worries. You are met with an interesting... Yeah, you are met by an interesting voice. You hear something somewhat familiar. Is that Mr. Neverine?
Oh.
And I'd say, like, at this point, like, you've already, like, been walking for, like, 15 minutes. So you just hear, like, this voice from, like, a random alleyway.
What do I recognize it?
Yes, you do. You kind of look over, like, where the voice came from. Like, you turn back around, and you see, like, kind of perched up onto some barrels is, that one gnome girl that you ran into the day that you guys arrived in favor. The one that, you know, caused the one issue when you first walked into Ditch Cross.
Yeah. Akira blinks for a second to make sure that he wasn't, he's not tripping. And then he like slowly walks over. Yeah, the little gnome woman that stole the gold purses, by the way, really good job there. Apparently you've been doing it for a while.
Aw, thank you. I do very good work here.
I see. It reminds me of little pranks I would pull when I was younger. Taking gold from my father and my brothers. Fun little time.
Oh, don't you worry. I am very familiar with your family.
See, the way that you say that makes my hackles raise a little bit. Say it again, but say it in like a more like normal tone that don't make me feel like you're somebody from my past that's gonna fuck me over.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm from your past, but I do know a bit about it. And she holds out her hand, but not for like a handshake, sort of like she's like presenting her hand, like, like that sort of thing that like royalty would do, like the kiss the hand sort of thing. She kind of does that sort of thing, and she like takes her hands out. My name is Zanzi.
Zanzi. Like you're like crouches down and kisses her knuckle. I feel like I should know that name, but...
You probably should, but it's fine. You're new in town. The important thing, though, is I know your name, Mr. Neverine.
Stop saying my last name. I quite dislike that family.
Back.
Fine, Akira.
Okay, yeah. Coming from your little gnomish mouth, it doesn't sound too bad. You can say Neverine again. What exactly do you know about me?
Well, I know you're a prince. I know you're from the Feywild. You don't really... No offense when I say this. You don't really do a good job hiding that.
What do you mean?
I've seen your wanted
offended.
poster 7 times in the last hour.
Oh, that thing, yeah. Well, you see, when you got a face like mine, it's quite hard to stay under the radar,
Right.
Beauty
well,
like this doesn't grow on this realm's vines, if that, makes any sense.
Oh, I understand. I understand completely. Now, I want to offer something to you. Because I have been very intrigued with you ever since you wandered into this lovely city.
What are you proposing?
Well, I was wondering if you wanted to meet up somewhere, have a little chat. I think it'll be worth your while.
Alarm bells are literally ringing in every stranger danger notification in Akira's brain right now, bro. He looks away and seems to think about it for 2 seconds, and then he looks back at her and smiles with his eyes closed, and he says, I feel like this is a very suspicious meeting, but I've never been too good at things dealing with common sense, so I'm going to say yes. And it's also a plus that you're very cute.
Aw, thank you. You flatter me.
Of course.
How about this?
What
are you
would
doing?
Like to meet?
What are you doing tonight?
Shit, girl, ain't nothing up with my
What?
I actually tonight I'd planned to look around the city and see what saucy business goes on in the the more shady districts. I feel like every human city or elven city, I guess, has the whole shady, suspicious neighborhoods that have secret meetings, and I find that really interesting. So that was my plan for tonight.
Okay, I think I can make that work. How about this? Let's go ahead and meet here. And he kind of pulls out location on like a map that she has, and it's like she like points to like an area right around, I'll say it's like around here, right on like the western end of Teef Town. We'll meet here. There's a very nice like a local barbecue place that I really enjoy going to, and you know, maybe we can grab a bite to eat there. Sound good?
Barbecue?
Oh yes,
Absolutely. Wait,
I mean-
be honest with me. And Akira like leans forward. Do they sell barbecued gator?
I don't know if there's any local here, but they probably have something similar.
I mean, if there's any kobolds running the kitchen, maybe I can like set them on fire a bit. It's about the same gamey taste.
That one might increase your bounty a little bit, but
Fuck. Yeah, you're right. I should be laying low, as you said. Okay, that sounds fine with me. Now, one thing.
if you're going
how
into
do I
Teef Town,
know-
I can show you the good places. There's a lot of local delicacies there. You have no problem with finding weird stuff.
How do I know that you're not leading me into some sort of little thievy trap?
That's the best part. You don't.
How did you know that I like unpredictable outcomes?
I know a lot of things.
Fair. Okay, I'll meet you tonight.
All right, we can talk more then.
Okay, it's a date. Akira stands up. Well, that gives my plans for the evening. I guess I'll go. I can't go to the brothel. Fuck. I'll go wander around the city. And he just walks out the alleyway.
All right, sounds good. And like you kind of like walk away, and she's like, "See you tonight." And you begin making your way back over to the inn. And I'll say that is where we're gonna take our break, because we've been going for a decent amount of time. So we can take a quick little break here.
But fucking that gnome got me actually scared. Like, I feel like I'm about to walk into an ambush.
You're about to do the quack quack now.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, fuck. Shut up, bro.
Amazing. All right.
I was gonna do this, but I forgot. Is it possible? So with little Hedwig, can he like follow the girl?
That's a little power gaming.
Is
That's
it?
a break right now.
That was in my mind the whole time, but I forgot to say it at the end.
Sure. We'll get that resolved after the break then.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Jonas
All right,
sees
so we'll
the
take like a
owl,
5-minute
snipes it out
breather.
the
We'll
air.
go ahead and like, everybody grab some drinks, hydrate, go to the bathroom, all that good stuff, and we'll be back shortly.
Okay, sounds good to me.
I will be right back.
Bro, that sniper opens up so much for me. Holy fuck.
Did you know about the guns in your class?
I didn't know we had guns in this universe, if I'm completely honest.
I think we all just forgot Loco said that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I knew it. I asked about the guns here. Did you guys forget?
I think I vividly remember in session 0 maybe that was brought up, but
This opens up the romance, the slow burn romance arc with fucking Jonas and Reefel. They both be in the back sniping people with bow and sniper.
Bro, he
rifle.
hates her now.
And as they're sniping people, every time they kill somebody, a little heart floats above their head once they kill a unit, like in Fire Emblem, and that means that they're getting closer.
That's kind
Bruh.
of
And
like, yeah.
And then at the end of the game, at the end of the campaign, they're gonna marry and have kids, and then we'll be able to use their kids as more units.
Oh, what you mean with that?
As what?
He's
As
trying,
what?
he's trying to bring a fucking Wildermyth mechanic in this game.
Why are you saying "whoa" as if I said something sexual? What
Use the
fuck?
kids, huh? Why you scream so loud? Holy shit.
I gotta defend my honor, bro. What you mean?
Hey, shit, actually, that's a long time since I've actually cut out your mic.
Cause I'm like right in front of it.
Sound barriers
I'm
are
back.
broken.
Welcome back. I'm gonna be honest, Laco. I don't think any of us took a break. You're the only one.
That's fair.
I kind of want to take a drink. Hold on.
I've had sessions where I forget to do that.
Smacking your lips?
I didn't say shit. What do you mean?
I try to
Oh,
get at
is that
least like
me?
one break, like halfway through, but sometimes I just forget. I'm like, we need at least like one break, you know. At least for me.
valid.
Fucking Chick's like suspicious of anything Yami does right now.
Right, bro? He's truly an op.
Baco, I'm sending you something.
Oh,
What do you think?
excited.
What do you think? Fuck, where are you? This, I added a little pizzazz to it. You see what I did?
Ooh.
Hina's the master of
Oh, that'd be
pizzazz.
fun.
You like it?
Yeah, it'd be cool. Maybe we could do that as like a toggle, maybe?
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
Hell yeah. Also, I apologize if I butchered this. Zaizo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the archives.
Hey, Zai.
You know
I
what's
did get it
fucking
right. Fuck
crazy?
Mm.
Little lore right quick, right?
Mhm.
Zai is a homie. So when I became a VTuber, a lot of like my old homie from like 4 fucking years ago like came into the community because like, you know, they saw that I was streaming and everything. Zai is one of those people. I've known Zai for like 4 to 5 years, bro.
Oh,
I've
hell
known Zai
yeah.
for a long ass time.
That's crazy. It's such a long time.
Yeah, I remember. I remember Zai because I think I discovered him when Dancho, you did the one sit down with the black VTubers thing, and I think Zai was in that, right? Am I?
Yeah, he was the co-host.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I remember watching. That was like around the time when we started the campaign. I think when you did that,
Yeah,
I remember lurking in on that. It was really fun listen.
Ah, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Planning to try to do it for Asian American months as well, but I don't know. There might be some things I have to change.
Yeah, no worries, man. I did saw that you were like planning on doing that. I wish you the best, man. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun regardless.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
We stand Dancho here, bro. Dancho's a good man.
Yeah.
He's a good breed mare for my
Stand all your
kids.
homies. Always.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
I say you're a good breed mare for my kids.
What the fuck?
What?
No, wait. It's your Dom Bad arc already. You haven't even debuted.
What do you mean? What does I gotta do my debut?
You can't be down bad already.
I'm not gonna be down bad anyway, bro. Werewolf rebel. I'm only playing fighting games from now on.
That's bullshit, and you know it. What's the last fighting game you played?
I actually played Mortal Kombat the other day with Mimi in real life. I was wiping her, bro. It was like my second time playing Mortal Kombat, bro, and I was wiping her ass, and she's played that shit for like years.
Oh yeah, I remember.
She's actually
telling
good
me.
though.
Yeah, actually, did you just like spam the same button or something?
Hell no.
I remember when Mimi like re-debuted with the new character. And my first thought was like, I wonder if she's a Mortal Kombat fan because of Melina. And then like the new Mortal Kombat game got announced. And she was like, yes. I'm like, okay, I was right.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I'm
we're
like,
actually
that
talking about
tracks.
that the other day. She said that Melina is
Mortal
not where she
Kombat
got her
one.
name from.
Interesting.
Oh.
Mortal Kombat.
Okay, so it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, a lot of people assume that too.
Hmm.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it's a fair assumption. It's a
Mhm.
fair assumption.
It's funny when I
Oh
see
my
people are just like, hello, Melina Machina. And it's like, oh, they don't know Latin.
Machina.
I didn't know Machina was pronounced Machina until Deus Ex, the RPG stealth game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good ass game, by the way. Fuck, I love that game.
Deus Ex.
However you fucking pronounce
It's
it.
Deus Ex.
No, Days X.
Deus
Doge.
Ex.
Oh, you mean the
X.
Mankind Divided and whatnot?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, that-
I mean,
oh.
Human Revolution is better, but
Oh, Human Revolution. Okay.
yeah, whichever the first one is, that one was fucking heat. The second one was just, I don't know, it felt off to me.
I think there was like 3 of them. There was like the first one was like a masterpiece. The second one was dog shit. Then they did the remake that was pretty good. That's just what I've heard.
I didn't even know they have 3. I know about the first one
Yeah.
and I guess the third one, but I didn't know there was a second.
Yeah, there
one.
was like an old one from like the early 2000s when it first like got introduced. Then they did like a half-ass sequel. Then they didn't make a game for a while. Then they remade it like a decade ago. And I think that also had a sequel, but I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Wait, did you say Human Revolution was the horrible one? You're tripping if you said that.
Me
bro.
or I haven't played any of the Deus Ex games. This is just from what I've heard.
Okay. Human Revolution was the good one. Yeah, that's the one made in 2011. I think that's the second one.
There's like,
if
yeah,
I'm not
actually,
mistaken.
I really want to check this now.
Let's see. The one I have in my because
How
I
many Deus
bought it
Ex got-
accidentally
Oh
for part
wow,
of
there's a
my
lot
thing. I
more
have
Deus Ex
Mankind
games than I
Divided.
thought. Okay.
If you ever play
is-
a Deus Ex game, Laco, I recommend playing Human Revolution first, and then the remake if you want to. But Human Revolution is the best one.
Oh, Human Revolution is the remake. That's what it was.
Huh?
Okay.
No, Mankind Divided is the remake.
No. So there's 6 Deus Ex games. The first one was Deus Ex from 2000.
Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. Okay, okay.
So according to the list, there's Deus Ex. Then that came out in 2000. That was like the first game. That was the one where that one meme came from. That one guy is just like, what is the one meme? I forget. How does it go? God, why can't I remember this fucking
meme
meme?
about Deus Ex.
Oh, it's like a really funny like line from the game.
Me
Nanomachines. No, I'm playing.
Nanomachines.
Oh yeah, it's where the one meme of just like, it's 3 a.m. in your time zone. Why are you on Discord? Like that's what that game is from. It's from that
really?
game. Yeah, it's a reference to that
fuck?
game. But again, there was a sequel to that game called Deus Ex Invisible War from 2003. That one was bad from what I've heard. Then Deus Ex Human Revolution came out in 2011. There was Deus Ex The Fall. That was a spin-off. Deus Ex Go, which is a puzzle game apparently. And then Mankind Divided was the latest one from 2016.
Yeah, my issue. Yeah, Lobo is correct. Mankind Divided just felt short as fuck. That was my issue with it. It just
Oh,
felt
okay.
short.
Yeah, Invisible War was the bad one that I was referring to. That one, I've just heard. It was basically just like,
Invisible
hey,
War.
this game was good. Let's do a sequel. And the sequel was bad.
Yeah, no. Human Revolution gives you so many avenues to like just play different play styles and just different ways to go about missions. It was a fucking masterpiece in that regard. Like highly recommended for sure.
Hell
for
yeah.
Sure.
I'll have to
I'll
try
keep
that
that
at some
in
point. I'll add that onto the list of like thousands of games I need to play.
Oh yeah.
There's so many games on my Steam list that I still want to play that, like, I have a couple games that I literally bought as like, oh, this would be a fun fuck around game to play on stream one day, and then I just haven't gotten to it. I literally bought a game on sale for like $3. Let me see, where is it? It's I've been wanting to play it for the longest time. It's Monster Jam Steel Titans 2.
Monster Jam. That sounds like a fight.
It's a monster truck game.
Oh.
You never
It's
heard of
literally-
Monster Jam? What
No.
the hell?
Dude,
Like,
it was just
You
like,
want
I
the
just saw it
American
on
thing.
sale for like $10 or something like that. I'm like, oh, I gotta stream that. That sounds like such a shit show.
It used to be the shit back in the day.
Because most
I
of the
I
think
stream-
there's-
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that, like, I think most of the Monster Jam games are like really bad, but there's like 1 or 2 good ones. So you're gonna get good content either way.
Yeah, I played Euro Truck Simulator, and that was the biggest shit show of all shit shows. I've spent the entire game just crashing and having to restart, bro.
That tends to happen for what I've seen from most Euro Truck streams.
I just wanted a chill stream where I drove and sang songs, but I just kept crashing and raging.
I want to play that game with a steering wheel.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, Mimi has a steering wheel. I should grab
Ooh,
one
nice.
and like play it. The only thing is, I would have to get like a steering wheel asset for my model because obviously, I'm not a real life streamer, so I can't.
I mean, there's
show
probably
Mimi
like
my
a
steering
free steering wheel asset out there if I had to
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, no, there is.
Like I could
wheel.
probably
But no,
find one
my
on
extra
Twitter.
ass, I would want to get something customized.
Just like get the steering wheel and just slap your logo on it or something.
True, just yeah.
Put it in paint.
I'm gonna commission Hina to make me a custom steering wheel.
Oh God.
Do it now.
Hey,
so
look,
many
Hina,
things
more
for y'all.
work.
I did shit for fucking Tricks. I'm doing shit for Laco. Doing shit for Yami.
Listen,
Just a
I
hard
offered to
worker,
pay
man.
you for the thing you're doing for me. But
I
you said
don't
no.
need them. I don't need to take y'all's money. Y'all
Oh,
are
you
my
don't need the
friend.
money? I mean,
Well, okay.
I'll take more.
I want money, but y'all are my friends, so.
I'll give you money. The fuck? I'll give you
Oh
all
my
the money.
God, no.
I'll give
Like
you so much
$2.
money. Oh.
You'll take my money and you'll be happy.
Yeah.
You take that fucking money.
Yeah.
Oh my
Actually, my
God.
bank is in a minus right now, so you know, you're trying to like.
I just drop into your DMs with that one like Spider-Verse meme of just like, I am going to commission you.
Oh yeah, true.
You do not have a choice.
Chud.
All right. Either way, that break went a little longer than planned, but that's fine. All right, let's go ahead and jump back into the game, shall we? So, you, Akira, you want your bird to sort of spy on Zanzi a little bit.
Yeah, the old girl.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you know, casually float up. But the second, like the command he gives is like the second she gets suspicious, bro. Like just fucking leave. Like he's not trying to push anything hard. He just wants to see, like you know, if she's trying to betray him.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna have. All right. So I would like. Do you have his stats? His stats up?
The owl stats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and using the owl stats, roll me a stealth check
Okay.
for your boy. 15. 15 for Hedwig. Okay. All right. So I'll say you kind of send Hedwig up, and eventually you know, after you make a little bit of distance, you kind of stop and you, I assume you take Hedwig's vision just to see like what he's following. So you see Zanzi kind of like darting in and out a bunch of the alleyways around town. Like she does not like immediately she does not take any like the main roads or anything like that. She like tries to stay out of sight. And then eventually she gets to like one point where she's like been like she's like looking around back and forth, like keep making sure like she's keeping a very keen eye on like what's around her, you know, keeping an eye on her surroundings. And it gets to a point where like after like 5 or 10 minutes of following her, she just starts running around like almost like in a circle. Like she keeps going to like the same alleyways, like back and forth. And after like what feels like 15-20 minutes of her doing this, you're like, what is she doing? And then eventually after like 15 to 20 minutes, she like stops and then looks up to Hedwig, waves, and then keeps going.
Oh, Kira.
You have a gut feeling that you've been found.
Yeah, Kira calls the fucking owl off.
Okay.
I figured she was gonna find it.
Yeah,
'cause
she
she's
rolled
like a
pretty
massive
well.
thief. Yeah.
Yeah, but it seemed like she discovered pretty quickly what was happening, decided to fuck with the owl for a little bit.
Okay. She's a cool chick. Cool chick.
All right. But you call back Hedwig. Hedwig meets back up with you, and you head back over to Ditch Cross. You meet up with the rest of your allies, with the exception of Justin, obviously, because you know he's busy. He's busy working. But yeah, I
Really
say
there, huh?
Akira, Refill, and Jonas, the three of you, along with Mari and Sneaku, you guys all sort of reconvene at the inn around like mid to late afternoon. And as you guys sort of group up in the tavern here, what do you guys want to like kind of sort of get up into until it's time for Akira to leave on his date? In other words, is there anything you guys want to do for the rest of the day?
I'll let the others answer.
Yeah. I just want to know if you guys wanted to go and visit my old house. Really up to you guys.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah,
What about you,
just-
Rico? What are you feeling tonight? I haven't heard too much about your goings on. There we go. Not too good.
I mean, I don't really have anything I want to do here. I tried looking for a jewelry store. They told me 10,000 gold for one stupid little thing.
Ah, did they?
Yeah! I was gonna
Oh.
steal it, but I had a bad feeling, so I didn't.
That's no good. You know, you're gonna have to take me to that place sometime. I'm sure we can work out a better deal than 10,000 gold.
I mean, it's not even worth 10,000 gold. I wanted to make something.
Oh, were you looking for raw materials?
Well, I would need someone. I guess raw materials plus someone who can make jewelry. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
Well,
but
yeah,
I don't know this
probably-
place very well, so
That probably wasn't the best place to go then.
I
Was it
don't
like-
know.
I'm not insulting you, man. I'm just, commenting.
Uh-huh.
All right. All right. Well, maybe I can help you out with that another day.
Wait, Akira, why are you here, but Justin's not? Weren't you guys
Just-
working?
Justin wanted to work with it.
Wanted to work? Did he
You
say
know,
that to your face?
I mean, I'm not his father. If he decided to pay his due, then I'm sure that he'd be here. But if he wanted to work, then, that's his prerogative.
So you paid your due? Does Justin know you paid your due?
I'm sure he does, yeah.
I hope so.
I'm sure he's fine. What do you care so much about what Justin's up to in the brothel?
I don't necessarily care. I just want to make sure that you're not being mean to him again.
I feel as if you do care though.
Well, of course, I don't care what he does at the brothel. I just care about him.
Okay, so let's say that Justin was the one that was here and I was still over there. Would you question Justin so venomously about
No.
his ongoings?
Because
Why is
Justin's
that?
not a manipulative person and you are.
I don't manipulate anyone.
Damn.
I'm not a manipulator.
Oh my god, she's like smacking the table laughing. That's literally what you do for our whole group. That's all you do is like sweet talk people and manipulate things to work in your favor.
Is it really manipulation if they low-key like it?
Just sipping the tea.
This is
I
some
know,
like
yes, like
weird sexual thing, Akira. You're
I
just
did-
manipulating people.
I didn't say anything about sex. Why is that on your mind, huh?
Oh my god.
She did ask you to have sex with her. I don't know her.
Akira mouths yikes.
Okay.
No, Rafa, we're pulling your leg, man. All right, let's go visit the house. So let's get out of the inn and go do something.
Wait.
Mhm.
I got something to show you guys. And I take this gun off my back and I present it to you guys.
Okay. Bloody
Look at
hell is
this.
that, man?
This is what they call a sniper rifle. It shoots very far.
None of
Makes
you
a
have
very loud
ever seen
noise.
something like this before.
Yeah, what he told me was it makes a very loud noise. He shot it once. It sounded like thunder. So I named it Thunder, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty bad at names.
Akira, touches it slowly and he says, Is it like a wand? Does it make a loud noise because it's discharging magical energy, or
No. So, from my understanding, is what he said was, if you shoot this at something, it will go through it, but it will make a very loud bang. I kind of want to test it, to be honest. I haven't had a chance to test it.
I mean, I'm sure you won't be able to test it in the city if it makes such noise. Huh.
I like aim down the sights and I'm pointing at you.
Oh, mate!
You know, I can shoot it right now. We can see what it does.
Holy shit.
All right, listen.
To be fair, the dwarf did not teach Jonas about firearm safety yet. So
I
didn't get
wouldn't
to that
point-
part of the test yet.
I wouldn't point a fireball wand at you in your face, so please remove your snipper rifle from mine.
I hold it at like the front of the rifle in my other hand, and I kind of shrug. You know,
Right.
I don't know.
Reef, what do you feel about this device?
I don't know. It looks weird. You
Does
even
look
use
weird.
things like this? I thought you were like all knives and shit like that.
No, I mean, I kind of move to the side and I show him with the daggers on the side of my hips. I mean, yeah, right there.
Well,
Okay.
okay, I mean,
Hey, it looks fancy. I'm interested in seeing it be used in combat.
I kind of flick my hair back. I'm like, I mean, I know.
Don't ever do that again, mate. You don't got the panache for it.
I wipe my hand through my hair. I mean, sometimes.
Sometimes.
so you know how to use things like this.
You want to find out?
Okay. Go
What
ahead.
do you mean? Okay, don't shoot that here.
Just go outside and do it.
Oh, I was gonna say you're the target and I shoot at you.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Well, if you, I was gonna say if y'all do that, then leave me out.
I just questioningly look at Hina's face and then Rico's face and then
I
Yeah,
get
so-
it. You're a big grumpy boy.
Damn.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I snap my finger and I say, what about what Sneeko told me earlier, if I remember correctly, something about kill? Also.
Oh yeah, he has someone that wants to speak to us about some type of what is it, deal or some type of way to get our bounties removed without having to pay the fee.
But he's a shady person. Are we able to trust a shady person to help us get rid of a shady situation?
To be honest, I feel like almost everyone we're gonna deal with in the future is gonna be shady of some kind. You know, people like us, we just deal with shady people.
I guess.
Okay.
Do you not feel comfortable going?
No, I don't really care. It's just, I think we should be thinking about it, before we decide things.
I don't know. Well, I mean,
We're
as you
already in a
guys-
bad situation.
Very true. Well, I'll say we see what happens with it, and we be very cautious as we, see exactly what he wants. Yeah?
I mean, I say yes, I guess.
Okay.
All right. Let's not worry about it, huh? Let's not worry about it. We are a very cohesive and strong unit. All right. See, I'm doing a little bit of that manipulation thing. Riefel was accusing me of trying to make you guys feel better about a situation in which we probably will end up getting fucked over.
Mhm.
Do you feel more confident?
I mean, in the end, I think we'll be fine regardless.
Okay.
Right.
So I
Whatever
failed
you say,
at my task.
Captain.
All right, yeah, something else. Let's go to your house.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go check it out.
Akira stands up, turns around, his white tail smacking Reefle softly on her face, and he walks towards the exit of the inn.
Damn, the sass.
He's a sassy man.
I am indeed a sassy man.
Alright, so you guys all get up and you make your way over to the Angel Ward and you go over to find Jonas's old childhood home. Takes you a bit to get over there. Jonas, you kind of lead the path since you know the path by heart. And you make your way to the establishment. Like I described earlier, it's a small building made out of sandstone. I'd say it's probably like a thin 2-story building, like a very small kind of fenced-in yard as well, with like its own like little sectioned off gate that like separates it from like the rest of the other houses in the road and stuff like that. But Jonas, you go over, you kind of open the gate, kind of walk into the establishment for the first time. Like you're kind of just standing in like the front yard of this small little home in the middle of this this busy city. And as soon as you open the gate, you are immediately flooded with all of these different memories from when you were a child, when you were very young, all the things that you and your mother and father would do in this yard and inside the house.
Ooh, what they used to do. I'm sorry.
And it
disrespectful.
fills you with a lot of mixed emotions. Some of them happy, some of them not so.
Yeah. And Jonas lets out a deep sigh and kind of turns his back to the house and tells, but it's Justin and I, right?
No.
And looks both of you in the eyes and says, well, this is it. Just got a little, just like an eerie feeling around this. I don't like it necessarily.
Pretty decent place you got here. Akira runs his finger over the wall, looks at the dust, and he like sniffs it a little bit. Smells about
Ew.
medium class, right? Pretty decently well off.
Yeah, and being my parents were fairly rich, I would say. You know, not many people are allowed to live in this type of place, so you know.
I like it. It's very homely. It has a homely feeling to it.
Yeah, no, I used to be here all the time. Come in and come out, basically. And he kind of just starts to get this like saddy type of vibe and face, looking down on the floor.
I'm not good with sad emotions. Reefle, it's your turn.
My
Akira,
turn?
like slowly,
No way, you guys
Akira
were-
slowly backs into the house.
She's gonna smack him on the back really hard. And there, buddy. It's okay. It's still here at least, you know. Can we go? Are we inside? I can't remember.
You guys are standing
We're
in the
like in
front
the
yard
garden.
at this point. You're not
Yeah.
inside the
Can
building
we-
just yet.
Can we go inside? You want to go inside?
I take like a few steps forward, and I attempt to open it, but I'm guessing it has a lock on it.
Yeah, so you gotta open the door, and the door has a built-in lock. Yeah, it is currently locked. I'll say, considering that, you know, you own the place and you still have all of your belongings, you would have the key to the house.
Like, yeah, I like scuffle through my little pouch, and I put the key in the lock, and I look back before, you know, twisting the key. I look back to Akira and Reefle. One fair warning and something that has happened here is that both me, well, not me, but my parents were killed in this house. And unfortunately, I would bear witness to this gruesome death.
Seems about par for the course, right?
Do you,
You
not
could- you
want to
could say
go in
so.
then? I don't know. Is it bad for you? You don't have to go in.
I mean, you've intrigued me now. I definitely want to go in.
You want to go in because my parents died here?
I mean, there might be some spirits attracted by the macabre ending of your parents' demise, maybe? Listen, I spent the 2 days in a brothel. I want to see some type of like spooky action.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I necessarily believe in that type of thing.
But we could like check it out, I suppose. Just please do not take anything or move a lot of things. And I opened the lock
Yeah,
and
Kira.
opened the door.
All right,
Why are you looking at me? See, Rainfall, we're gonna work on your attitude.
I don't have an attitude.
Uh,
I'm just saying what is the truth, you know?
I'm gonna have to change your perception of truth.
Okay. You can try.
Alrighty. Akira jauntily walks into the house. Well, walks
Alright,
to the
well,
door.
Jauntily.
Jonas, you take the key
Jauntily.
to the house. You insert into the lock. You twist it. You hear the sound of the tumbler shift. You pull open the door, and you enter the house. It's a small building, but it is very, very nice. A lot of very intricate furniture in the inside. A lot of very nice rugs, a few paintings here and there. The house has seen some wear, though. A lot of the paint that is on some of the walls sort of began to slowly chip away, and there is this heavy coating of dust that covers just about everything in the building. As you walk in, sort of the main area, it's sort of like the first floor is sort of like this living room, like open concept sort of thing, where it's like a living room that goes into like a kitchen that has like a hallway in the center. On the other side of the kitchen, there is a staircase that goes up to the second floor, and towards the back of the building is like an extra bedroom. And more
Cozy little place.
yeah, nice, very cozy little place. Wasn't like super big, but it was enough for you and your family.
Yeah.
And once again, you enter here, and you feel those emotions again. You know, like a lot of these like memories hit you as you're kind of just like looking, like every little object has its own story in the place. And you eventually wander over near the staircase, and built on the side of the staircase is a small door that leads into like a little cubby space underneath the stairs. You stare at this door for a very long time. It's a wooden door. It's like small, probably about like 2 to 3 feet tall or so, with like a bunch of little like slants in it. Like it has like all these like different how would I say this? It has like these little like rows of slits that go through that you can kind of like peer through if you get like really close to it. And you stare into it, and you remember that day. The day that you were in there, in that cubby. And you stared from outside of those slits. And you witnessed the most horrible tragedy. And you kind of just forget everything around you for a moment. And as you stare, I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. 8. You kind of just stare at this cubby being on the outside. And you get all those memories flooding back to you. They're not pleasant at all. And as you're sort of just staring at this cubby, is like staring at those like the dark slits that you remember all too well. You remember the eyes. Those piercing eyes, those reptilian eyes. And as you stare at this grate, you feel like the eyes are almost staring back at you. Like you feel like the eyes are there. Like something's taunting you, staring back.
Jonas would, with his widened eyes, just be completely quiet and still. And a singular tear comes out of his eye as he unsheathes one of his short swords and almost distortedly like walks towards this like little cubby area.
Reefel and Akira, you guys hear the sound of a sword leaving its sheath, and you see Jonas with his sword out walking towards that cubby door.
All right, and that's what I was sort of afraid of. Jonas, you there? And Akira like reaches forward to like lightly tap on his shoulder.
My like head snaps at Akira and I like grab him and push him against the wall, or attempt to push you against the wall.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
With like his dagger to your neck.
Akira, do you resist?
Hell yeah.
All right. That's going to be opposed checks then. Jonas, that's going to be an athletics check. Akira, you can choose athletics or acrobatics to defend yourself. You pick.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Okay. So I'll say, Jonas, you were unable to like grapple him. At the very least, you can kind of hold up your sword like towards his throat.
Mm-hmm.
Akira takes a step back and like raises his hands. And he looks over at Reefel like, what the fuck is happening?
Cool. She's gonna walk up and be like, Jonas, and like carefully touch his arm and try to like hold it.
As I'm like attempting to push Akira against the wall, I like look at you and I just like let loose of like literally everything, and my blade falls on the ground. And I look at my hands, looking down on the floor, and I just kind of like slide down the wall on the ground, kind of like sitting down, looking at my hands, like almost like he has just relived what had happened many, many, many years ago.
Okay, heavy atmosphere, huh? Akira looks over at what Jonas had been looking at before he sort of like freaked out. Does he like hear or see anything, or is it just...
Akira, you don't. You just see like this small cubby door that like looks like it goes to a little space underneath the stairs. Nothing really catches your eye.
Akira looks over at Reefel and he says, "Yeah, I'm not really somebody that delves too deeply into the psyche, but I feel like he's getting hit with some pretty bad memories."
Reefel's gonna like crouch down carefully and quietly, and she's not gonna like touch him or anything, and just sort of like try to make sure that he could see her and be like, Jonas, are you Okay.
He he kind of like curls into a ball, but like sitting down, like not showing his face, like he's almost like in embarrassment, and he quietly whispers, "I'm sorry, guys.
He's
I'm
gonna
sorry you had to see me this way today.
reach forward and pull him into a little hug and carefully pet his head.
I'm
Are
sorry."
you glad you came back to see this place again? Should we leave?
No, I think this is the path that I think allows me to heal more than think about it all the time. It's kind of the reason why I didn't look forward coming back here and kind of just separated myself, just looking out into the ocean at times. And it all just kind of sucks being abandoned with nothing on the street. Having your parents murdered in front of you. Kind of sucks, and he kind of chuckles a little bit.
I mean, for what it's worth, I'd like my parents dead.
Oh my god.
You are wow.
All right, listen here. It does indeed suck. Massive orc balls and cock. Think about it this way: you're now a strong, strapping man with your whole life ahead of you. Don't let your memories, your shitty past, hold you down. Right? This is your home, so fucking, you gotta own it, mate.
That's true. I do have to. I do need to take a grip on my life and regain some of that strength back. It's just hard. And he picks himself kind of back up, picks up his knife, and balances himself against the wall, kind of just slowly standing up, dusting the dust away.
There you go. Kira lightly punches him on the shoulder and says, "There you go. That's the murderous, edgy, glaring man I know."
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I mean, at least Reeful, put your head in her boobs. Like whispers it.
Just kind of roll my eyes.
It's okay to be sad about it, I don't think you have to be some big strong person that doesn't think about this and moves on from it. I think it's okay to keep it part of your life, but move on from it. You don't have to forget it though.
I just don't want my sadness to be my weakness. It's very dangerous.
Well, that's why we're here, so
Akira doesn't know any healthy coping mechanisms, so he just says that.
Kira's just like, I cannot help here.
I just kind of get both of my hands and I tap on my cheeks like, okay, well, now that that's done, I hope you guys know that whoever did is gonna die, and they are in the city, and
the people who killed your parents?
Horrible. Yeah, the people that killed my parents.
They're here?
They are in the city, yeah.
My God, you people are very, very. There's a lot of drama and I like it here a lot, actually. Akira grins and rubs his hands together. That's like a whole play. Are we gonna kill them soon, or?
Well, if I haven't been here for a year, so I wouldn't even know where to start. That's why this was the start of, as you could say, my journey. Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know about Reeful, but I am very, very happy to help you in your journey of vengeance. Like here, like gives him like a genuine smile. Yeah, you mentioned killing, so quite.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it that we can talk about it another time more in depthly, other than in this place in mindless state right now. We can like go through more or less what had happened more, but I don't want to talk about it too much over here, if you understand. And he kind of just looks at both of them.
I get it. Rafe, are you gonna join our blood pact? Blood oath? Cut your palm open and put it in my mouth.
One way to do it.
I mean, I don't know all about revenge and stuff, but I'll do whatever I can to help make Jonas happy, so sure.
Right.
Jonas, you feel a little tug on your leg, and you like look down, and you see Sneaku kind of just pull out her dagger, and she said, "If you ever want me to stab anybody, you just tell me who, okay?"
What have we done?
Jonas literally says, "Oh," and he goes down and just
pats Sneaku on the head very, very harshly, but very lovingly.
You pat her on the head, and she kind of like carefully puts her knife away, and then like if you let her, she like gives you like a nice soft hug.
Yeah, like I'll accept that.
So cute.
Anything else though? So I haven't really been here for a long time. There's a lot of things that I myself have not discovered. So if there's like any notes or anything that has to do with my family or whatever, just please like bring it up.
All right, let's go scouring the home.
Yeah, you can start with my parents' room.
I love looting. I mean, not looting, but
what?
I won't loot anything. Yeah, wrong choice of words. I love scouring homes for valuable information.
Mm.
He was just gonna get stabbed.
God.
You can trust me.
I'm side-eyeing you right now.
I'm a bastard, but I'm not that type of bastard. Don't worry.
All right.
All right.
Do a little
so,
investigation.
All right. So, you guys slowly begin making your way upstairs, but as you do so, Jonas, you take one last glance at the cubby door. You notice as you look back at it, the eyes are gone. And you kind of think to
Big
yourself,
relief of a sigh.
yeah, you kind of hope to yourself that you don't see them again, but something in the back of your mind doubts that that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
And you guys all make your way upstairs, and I will say, that's where we're gonna wrap up for tonight's session, because it is getting late. I know.
Fuck!
So next week we'll pick up.
You're not
we'll
gonna
pick
just
up
leave
with
fucking
some.
Justin in the brothel.
No, leave him there. Leave him there.
You're the one that wanted to work. This is your problem.
Justin is fucking Brussels stalker.
You had the out.
Leave
You're
him.
like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it anyway.
That is literally why Akira said fuck that shit. He was not staying there all day, bro.
You left him there.
You could have left too. What do
Alright,
you
no more
mean?
sad music.
Would have just fucking leave.
We're doing a whole fucking main story quest. They're doing the worst side quest possible.
Yeah, so yeah, it is getting late, and I do have work tomorrow, so we'll wrap it up there. And next week we'll pick right up where with the little house investigation. That should be a lot of fun.
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
But yeah, thank you guys, everybody, for watching today. Highly appreciative. Lots of support today. Love to see it. Love to see it, you guys.
You deserve it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for that shit. I got a lot. I got a lot on Twitter. We went from like $8.99 to $9.25.
Let's
Oh
fucking
my
go.
goodness. Yeah, we're getting really close to 1,000. I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. I need to start thinking now. Oh, man.
I got it. Yo, Loco.
Yeah?
What if you set up a collab where it's Knights of Aurea, right? Knights of Aurea X your other D&D campaign, the Saturday one.
Ooh,
Like a little
that'd be
crossover
fun.
event.
We'd have to...
Different
All
time
right.
periods.
You know what? I have been
Wait, what
thinking of
level
an
are they?
idea. I think
Well, you just reduced their levels.
I think currently you're level 4.
Do we level up here?
Not yet. You guys just
Damn it.
you guys just
Damn
got to level
it.
4. Hold on. We're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe 1 or 2 more sessions.
Doing anything.
I can't level you guys up halfway through a scene. Like
Yeah. This session was a lot of roleplay. We didn't really do
yeah.
much like deep shit.
You know, I'll start planning something for that for 1,000. I think maybe that'd be a good milestone for 1,000 on Twitch. That would give me some time to plan at least. That would
I'm not gonna
be
lie.
fun though. I have some ideas.
We would wipe the fuck out of him. That's all I gotta say.
I don't know,
Bro, that
man.
could be level 20,
I don't
bro. I
know,
don't know
man.
what
You
level
guys
they
haven't
are.
seen a lot of the other crew yet, for as far as I know. They're pretty powerful in their own rights too. So
Cutting
We'll make-
words.
we'll make
I
something
was
of
about
it.
to say.
I mean,
about to
I'm
say.
just saying, in the future, right? There has to be some kind of collab between us and them.
Hey, listen, all I'm saying, bro, since they're in the future, I want you to do a fucking cameo where they go to the Feywild and they see Akira being serviced sexually by 20,000 big orc women.
What the fuck?
Oh my
That
god.
First off, that's very
What?
specific. Second, that is very presumptuous that that's what you think your future's gonna look like, my friend. I know you got high hopes, but that's a lot.
20,000 is minimum.
How old can Fey beings be?
Oh, no.
It depends on what kind of fae they are. If it's like an archfey, like, you know, like the top dogs in the Feywild, like they're basically immortal. Like,
What about
Fucks boy.
because an archfey is
Kitsune.
basically like a demigod if you think about it.
What? Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, like fae, like there's so much D&D stuff. There's so much lore with D&D. It's like there's a lot of powerful things out in the world, which is why it baffles me that you guys are very reckless.
All I'm saying, bro, is I would never want to meet Akira's nine-tailed fox father in a battle anytime. That's why he's collecting women to help him, bro. He's not fighting that dude without nine tails himself. That's ridiculous.
He's fucking using them as sex relief and as a fucking body.
Yeah.
Sex
Yeah,
relief
that's
and
his
combat
power.
relief, apparently.
Combat.
Bro, what the fuck is gonna? I can't wait. I want to look in the future.
Literally, Yami has just been in my DMs, just like, yo, this is, I'm gonna have this harem, it's gonna be great, we're gonna have all this, you know, we're gonna do all this stuff, and we're gonna gang up on my dad. I'm just thinking in my head, like, yeah, sure, Jan.
Bro, I gotta gank the dad, bro. I gotta gank the dad.
We'll get there eventually. It's gonna take us a bit, though.
I just got 2 tails right now, bro. I ain't shit.
But I feel like we're gonna recruit a god somewhere along the lines. Something's gonna
Who
happen.
knows, man? Who knows? Alrighty, but
Oh my god.
that
Thank you
is
for the
going to
session.
be the stream. Yeah, thank you guys for being here again. This has been a whole lot of fun, man. It's been great. All right, we need to
Yes.
find somebody to raid. I think I already know who. Yeah, I already know who I got in mind here. We're gonna go ahead and raid the lovely Rosa Kawaddle, who is having their her 12-hour birthday stream.
Yo.
Yeah.
Looks like she's
Happy
just about
birthday.
getting done there. So
Happy
let me
birthday.
go ahead and get that raid message up there.
Alrighty, raid.
Yup. There we go. Raid messages in the chat. Let me get the.
Better go sleep.
There we go. Perfect. All right. So we're gonna go ahead, send all our love over to Rosa. You guys show her all the love you guys possibly can. Please be respectful in your chat as always. We'll see you guys in
Sir.
the next one. I don't know when my next stream will be. It'll most likely be Wednesday. So it's either going to be a collab with Rosa, or it's just going to be a, you know, fuck around kind of stream. So one of the two. We'll figure that out. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.